This is Mad Apple Extreme, live from the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company in Appleton, Wisconsin. Get ready for the extreme in pool entertainment. Welcome to the King of the Hill.
Welcome, everybody. This is going to be a great match tonight. This is Kendall Cook, and I am joined in the booth, just in the producer's booth, by M.H. Penglaze. He didn't shower today, so how you doing, M.H.?
Greetings, Earth people. I'm doing very well, Kendall. Thanks.
Awesome. So
And
glad not to have a
I'm here in
camera on you
spirit.
tonight.
What's that?
I'm glad not to have a camera on you tonight.
Yeah,
You
didn't have
worked
to.
hard
I didn't have to comb my hair. I think it will.
We got a special guest coming into the booth. He's going to be commentating with us, so that's why MH is in the producer's booth. And that is L.J. Bryceff, the one and only. He's going to get settled in, and we'll say hi. Meanwhile, turn on our monitor behind us and hopefully pick the right place.
All right.
How you doing, L.J.?
Good, Kendall. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you here.
Excited for this match. Two great Wisconsin players here. Both of them have different strengths. Should be a nice competition.
Yeah, I agree. I've been trying to get John here for literally forever. And John does so much in our community. It's very hard for him to get away for a weekend. So plus he's got a wife.
Yeah, and I think he's on a tight leash, so he doesn't get to get out to a lot of tournaments like the rest of us.
Yeah.
And when he does show, he's always ready to play.
He is. It's amazing, really. He always is consistent.
Yeah.
That's what Jeremy does too. Just very, very consistent player.
What I like about Jeremy's game is he's kind of suited for a 9-foot table. He plays a bar box like he's on a 9-footer a lot of times, and that lets the stroke out where John is really good with just moving the cue ball and those short little angles to zigzag around a tight rack.
Yeah. Well, can start that one very, very successful. I thought he had that. Could he see it?
Well, he played the carom, right?
Oh.
So he got away with.
Yeah, maybe. So just a little heads up. If you can't hear yourself, they won't be able to hear you very
Okay.
well. There, see? Perfect. All right.
Starting out with a kick. Oh, it didn't come out too bad, but lets him see it.
So you think he was playing the 8?
On that earlier shot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just got to hope he doesn't get stuck behind the 9 ball after he cuts the 1 in here.
And the 6 makes it a little bit more difficult because you're trying not to get too far down rail. But he did get inside of it. I'm telling you, that's gonna torture him all night if he doesn't get used to that, because these pockets are deep shelves.
Yeah. That one's kind of hanging in there too. It'll be tough to control the cue ball after you almost have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 railers on this.
Yeah, I'm always amazed too on this shot. Even if you catch the little bit of that rail, you can miss that one.
Yeah.
I mean, it just really comes out of here funny a lot of times. But
I like what you've done with the place. I went looking for the bar and couldn't find it. I didn't know it had been moved.
Oh, you haven't been here since then?
No.
No,
Look at that
was-
shot he played on that to get on that 2-wall. That's the shot that LJ said.
Yeah.
4
came out-
rails, yeah.
Came out nice. Would have liked a little
hit
more
that.
separation there, but he's fine.
Incredible.
Well, if he would have hit the 4 like LJ said instead of just 3, he probably would have been better off, because he would have been going away from the 2 then. Oop. What are you doing over there?
Actually, that's Mr. G.
Oh, he's loud.
Throwing something on the desk here.
We should probably... Oh, the fan is on. That's not good. It's already warm in here.
I bring in a lot of body heat wherever I go.
I know it. Oh, there's Chris G's happy with something. There's a good shot by Jeremy.
So you keep it simple here. Just one rail it down here past the side pocket.
Either that or you just draw it up. See, he's just going to draw straight up. to stun this ball straight over. Oh, he came back. That's surprising to me. I'm surprised he brought that 9-ball into play. He got in trouble, too.
Now he's got to go rail first.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to just slide straight up table, just give it that little stun.
He's
and
shooting
go
it
up
like he
between
can
them.
see it.
He's going rail first, though, if you look at the overhead.
Okay.
Hey, he can see it. What do you mean? Perfect shot.
Nice
That was
shape, too.
tough. I mean, he was a long way out on that shot. It's a good shot. He shoots so quick, I can't get to the replay fast enough. But
Yeah.
we'll go back to it because that was the key shot to get him out of this rack.
I imagine this session will go pretty quick. These guys don't waste a lot of time. They get down and fire.
Yeah, it's good. It's my favorite game. All right, let's take a quick look at that 6-ball again. Set Jeremy up for this first win right here. And here he comes.
Rail first.
Came around just perfect, too, like you said. Good shape, too, and ended up set perfect for a 2-rail shape again. So taking down the first game. We changed up the colors, except for we forgot to do the race, it looks like. I should probably change that on this screen, but hopefully people can read the names and the scores a little bit clearer.
Jeremy said he hasn't been practicing a lot of 9-ball breaks on this table. He's usually been in matches where he's playing 10 ball, so he's a little better at a 10-ball break.
Yeah.
I saw them both practice their breaks, and it seemed like Jon was pocketing balls a touch more than Jeremy.
Was he breaking center on, or where was he breaking from?
Both of them from the corners.
Yeah, on the diamond table, I don't think there's a better break than the center ball break, honestly, at the right speed. If you don't find the right speed, you sell it, and you have a perfect rack for your opponent. But if you find the right speed, that side pocket shot goes pretty often. But that looks pretty effective, too. I felt like he hit that a bit thin, though. Like he got a little fortunate in the way that played out.
Yeah, he's playing the 1-ball side pocket break, but where he put the 2-ball, I don't know if he was hoping that the 2 would come back down table, or maybe that 7 kicked it to where something he's not used to. I'm sure he put it there for a reason.
Well, either way, shooting at the 2. I got a second shot at the 7 here if he happened to not make that 2. Biggest thing is that he's got to play like he's going to make the 2 and get out for the 3 here. So anywhere from about the 2-ball left and right position back.
He's going to bump that 7.
Yeah, but he's got to come off and get at least out to where the 2-ball originated here. Oh, he came down. I see. I didn't think he could get to that side of it.
Thought you said they were tight pockets. That one hit halfway up the rail.
It's
pocket speed.
That's English. Right, English and pocket speed. That'll make every ball. Well, I'm figuring out that I spin every ball in, and that's why when I don't play, I'm horrible.
Oh, ain't that a little soft? It's not like this.
No.
Think he's going to use the 8 as a break, or is he just?
Yeah,
gonna...
probably 2 rails, right? So you can hit it a little firm. I think that's appropriate. No.
Yeah, that was not where he wanted to be.
I like making them tough too. Oh, I'm ignoring everybody. I apologize. So Fred Renner, thank you very much for the like and the share. JJ Matey, let's go John, rooting him on. Bill Sorensen says, hi, gents. Can you turn up LJ's mic, please, and thank you.
LJ just got to
There
be closer
we
to
go.
the mic. He's learning slowly as usual.
It's all right.
Oh, boy. Oh, I thought he overcut it.
Yeah,
Nice.
he did catch just the edge of that point. Let's see. Oh, we must have already corrected that because Bill says much better.
Now, is he playing the 7 in the side, or is he going to come up to shoot it corner by the 8 off this 6?
Side pocket
Oh,
it
looks
is.
like corner. He
Oh, you
might
think?
shoot it. Well, from there, yeah.
I think he's still going to go to that side pocket. On a valley table, I'd play this to the corner all day long. For me, on a diamond, this is going to the side pocket.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's deceiving in the booth here. I haven't gotten used to it yet.
Yeah, it is. And if you ever have a question between the reference from there to there, you'll figure it out a lot easier. This is a questionable shot. You could just stun this back a little bit, which is what I think he's going to do. Could play forward if you wanted. Oh, boy.
A little bit of a poke.
Even Jon Kramer probably gets a little nervous on these streams.
Well, he hit that shot
right?
thicker than he should have, which is why he missed it, and that's to try and hold the cue ball.
That's kind of why I like the follow shot there and just come off the long rail, short rail over for the 9 in the same pocket. Jeremy's shooting the 8 in now. You don't have to do anything special.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that was about a 3-rail bank down the rail. That ball was real close to hanging in these pockets. But he had the right English, had the right speed. Down it goes.
2-0.
Let's take a quick look at that 8 ball. Watch how far out he got on that ball. Watch it on the overhead. I mean,
that must have been right at the division point.
Yeah,
there.
it's close. Yep. All right, so where are we? We're gonna go to. We're gonna watch that replay over and over until I'm finding what I'm looking for. There it is. Well, Jeremy breaks. Let's find out a little bit about him. Jeremy's a 7'10". Phenomenal. Probably one of the top. What is he in? It's one of the top numbers in the state, that I know, as far as Fargo goes.
Yeah, 3 or 4, I think.
He's just a pup compared to John. 1 year younger than John is at 44, so Jeremy just turned 43. He's from Sun Prairie and plays with the Viking and white carbon shaft. Tiger Emerald. You don't hear that one too often. And he's only been playing for 22 years. He started when he was 21. Can you imagine? When did you start? How old were you?
I started when I was 4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess. What am I thinking? I'm talking to you. Pop probably had you going right away.
Well, there's pictures of me up on a pool table in my diapers, and they had to recloth some tables, too, back at the Action Billiards was the name of that pool on Madison when my dad first started out.
Yeah, and believe it or not, there's people out there that may not know who you are, but this is LJ Bryseth, and we're referring to his dad, who is Jerry Bryseth, the premier pool instructor for the last how many years? I mean, forever, really, since LJ was 4, and that was a long time ago. So, and he was good back then, so really great, great to have you here, and I love hearing about your dad. Your dad is just one of the nicest people I think I've ever met in the pool industry, and truly loves what he does. So
Thanks.
It's awesome.
It keeps him young. He flew to Atlanta today for lessons, so he's 85 amazing. And still flying around teaching.
Yeah, it's just amazing and awesome. So
nice touch shot there. Came out really nice.
Yeah, and he came up perfect on the 2. Almost too good. Like a little more to work with to get off this 3. He's got to get into him, I think. Pretty sure he can go to the top rail and back, out, and just bump the 9, but you'd run in danger of being behind the 9 on that shot, too, I think. Holy cow, everybody's talking today. Bill, Hocus Pocus Larson says to you, when are you going to challenge LJ?
Oh, when I get about 40 more Fargo points.
40 more, all right. And that should take you, what, a couple weeks, maybe?
Yeah, no, I've actually, when pressure washing season starts up, it's hard for me to play anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So I hit it hard in the winter time, and then I'm struggling here as things warm up to get in and practice.
Yeah, that'll happen. So maybe we'll get him here next winter. We'll work on him. Nice shot there by Jeremy. I really didn't see that ball.
Well, it's hard to tell if he could see that 5. Looking at the wrong ball again.
Yeah, 4 ball, and I think he does have it in the corner. And 5 ball to the right past the 9. Could go back, cut it in the same. What do you prefer, right here or left?
It's about right on the 50-yard line for me.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I'd take it either way.
Looks like he's going to back cut it to the same pocket he just played. Come around the 9.
The scratch comes into
no.
play there. That's why I wouldn't maybe shoot that shot. But
Well, at least it's easy to get on the 8 from here.
oh yeah, piece of cake.
I think you're going to bank this ball, right? I mean, unless you're like 9 games deep in here and you feel like your stroke is Larry Neville. Well, it looks like he does. He's going to draw back.
Jeff Carter, he was the king of the stroke back in.
Oh, he went forward.
Look at that
That's
forced
a
follow.
great shot.
Yeah, he hit that like a king.
And perfect angle to come back for the 9 here off 1 to 2 rails. So let's see what Jeremy does with it. Two rails it is.
Perfect.
Yeah, and couldn't have ended up any better there.
Well, he's out to the early lead, 3-0.
Yeah. John just had a couple of unfortunate things here. Let's take another look at that forced follow shot. That was just a beautiful shot by Jeremy. It's tough to do on these pockets. He made it look easy. Couldn't have hit it better.
Hit it so pure. Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Oh, yeah, we got to remember I got this. I like this end. Get a little shot of the room there. You got Matt Strong, Jeff Cole, my partner for tomorrow's Steve Metoxen fundraiser sitting at that table, Sean Gretzinger. Who else is over there? Taylor Collar. Dan Coppins, a legend. Almost nobody knows him, and he, honest to God, is one of the best 8-ball players in the state when he's playing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's tough to beat.
Is he an Appleton guy?
Yeah. Well, and that was one of the things when we talked about getting into the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame, and everybody that's a member here at Mad Apple is actually a member of the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame. And I literally said, I just feel it's important because otherwise none of our guys are going to get nominated. We got guys like John Fields, we got Dan Coppins, we got Larry Ryder, who's just a legend in the state, you know, I mean, and just, you know, really influential, I think, in this part of the state for pool. You know, so I just expressed to everybody how much I thought it was important that we got involved with John and what he's doing. And I think it's been good so far. Everybody's enjoyed it. Next year it's going to be here again.
What I like about the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame is it seems, from my perspective anyway, that there's been great representation from the different regions of the state. So it's not one area putting people in each year. It's a nice variety, and it seems to be working out real well.
Well, and I'll tell you, I just did that last season in assuring that everybody in our leagues and whatever were part of the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame. And now Susie Quell was in there for the nominations and a few others. So, that, you know, I agree. I think it's good to see that diversity across the state of players.
And I mean, I've lived in Florida, in Wisconsin.
Sure.
And I can say that.
Unfortunate there.
I think you can see that's the 3.
Yeah. It is a 3 right down here.
And it seems like Wisconsin has for the amount of population, boy, we have a strong pool influence.
Yeah, I agree. Every time we go to Florida, I look for like the premium pool halls, and there aren't. There just aren't.
Yeah.
I mean, truthfully, I know there's a couple that I haven't gotten to more in the center of the state, but at least when you get anywhere near the beach areas.
Well, they have great players, but a lot of their players come from other areas of the country.
Right. Yep. Yeah, because who doesn't want to live in Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, man. He's had a couple that just go a little bit different, and he's out. You know, this match is a bit tighter.
What's he doing here now? Is he going to bank this? Play safe? Just touch it and play safe up there behind the 5, or is he going to bank it?
I was always an aggressive player, so if I felt I could, he's playing safe. He's coming around. I would also bank this shot, but those are valley tables too, you know.
That's pretty safe. Got a lot of soldiers in the way.
I don't know.
Let him see a little bit of it, though.
John's got a little tougher one here. He's got to use the 7, I think, if he's going to do anything here. I think it's tough to get down table off this 3 ball and not move it where you can see it. Yeah. Well, he went for it. I don't blame him. He's trying to get something kick-started, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. When you're can't get the train rolling, you gotta give an extra push. And John loves banking.
Yeah, and he's a good banker. So I don't ever necessarily think he made the wrong choice when he goes for a bank. At least I won't tell him that.
Yeah. You seen
All
any pictures of Jeremy's son that they have now?
Cute kid, huh?
Wow.
Jeez. Just cute.
Yeah.
My kids both had like really round, plump faces like that. So I have a tendency to think those kids are extremely cute.
All of my boys were in that 9-pound class, so
Yeah, I love it. I mean, he's just got that's like Taylor Collar's kid. You ever see pictures of him?
Yeah.
Tank. That kid, that kid was cute, especially even that silly helmet he had to wear. But it just made him all that much cuter. I thought that was great. I got to catch up here and chat a little bit too as Jeremy finishes this up and just let's see. Armstrong Street said John by 6. I don't know if he's still feeling that or not. Armstrong Street. I am because I know how John can play. And John Leaf thanking Jeremy for the entertainment in the last few weeks on Friday. Gonna go ahead and pass that along to him for. No. Well, he ended up with a little bit of a test here at the end.
He's on the rail and in a little bit of a funny angle, but he makes it 9 out of 10.
Correct.
I didn't want to be here. Now it starts to take a different shape. It's John. John's got to get on the gas pedal, or he's chasing from way behind.
We got Paul Barth. Thank you very much for the super chat. We appreciate it. We were just talking about what we do with our junior program and the fact that all the money that you folks donate, either in super chat or by watching those semi-annoying but necessary ads at the beginning of the YouTube stuff, all the money that generates from that we use for our juniors, help pay for tournament entries, equipment for them, pretty much anything they need to try and continue their love for the sport. It's not always cheap, you know, especially Caden going around playing a lot of these tournaments. So,
well, I mentioned it to you before, and you know how I feel about what you and the Mad Apple environment's doing for youth pool in the state. And right now, you guys are leading the way, and that's great to see.
There's a whole bunch of people seeing Club 161 out there. They got a great juniors program started. Mike Gaines is also working really hard at getting a juniors program going.
Yep.
We're trying to get it, and Brandon, obviously, Jacoby, with his junior program and opening up the spot across from where he is and being able to utilize that to help teach the youth too. And he's always been an incredible supporter of youth pool. I mean, probably we got to give him the OG. Probably
boy, what can you say about Jacoby's? I mean, they were in it for the long haul and such great people. And
and Brandon's done an amazing thing since he's taken over. You know, just I think also, you know, and really has got to make Dad proud. I think to see him do some of the innovative stuff that he's done. You know, including the spot and stuff like that. So, but good stuff, and it's fun to see the juniors programs taking off across the state. I can hardly wait to see us teaming up and doing that together. And
I got a nice little cadre of college kids that I'm helping along in Madison, but it's different. They're not the youth that's easily shaped anymore. They have an idea on what they think they need to do, and sometimes getting them to believe you is a little more difficult. But
yeah, I get that. I teach, so I teach Kimberly High School. I teach the seniors class. It's called Lifetime Sports, and we do that once a semester. We've done it for the last 3 years. And I do 3 classes with 20-ish kids in each class 3 times in the week. And we do that every semester.
Yeah.
And I literally go through a mechanics lesson in the first, because we do the 3 days. I go through an entire mechanics lesson with 20 students. Great kick shot there by John.
Yeah, and he set it up good.
Jeremy, sorry.
Yeah, he knew what he wanted to do on that push. And
yeah, he pushed out there. John gave him back right away, and he just bangs that kick combination in.
Now what, though? Now he's got to try and kick off the right side of the 1 to come over behind the 7.
I mistimed that. I'm going to leave this run. Well, he's going to go back to it, so we better go back to it if I can before he shoots. Take a look.
That changes the way you, John has to respond to push-outs.
Correct, yeah. If Jeremy's not afraid to shoot that, then what's he not afraid to shoot? You know what I mean?
Steve Cernecki back from Pleasantville back to Wisconsin land where it's still cold. Still has his sandals on though.
Talk about Mr. Consistency. Cernecki.
Oh yeah, ridiculous. I agree. Now we're talking Steve.
Oh, I was thinking of
him too. Yep.
Yeah, Eric.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's a rock. But Steve Cernecki is also a very strong player from around here. Do you know Steve?
Not by name, maybe by face.
Let's see. Badger State Properties asking when Jerry makes it back to Wisco.
Well, he's coming back in middle of May for my son's wedding. Ta-da.
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you. But I think he's going back to Arizona right after that. I tried to get him to stay for the Predator tournament in the Dells or come early for it. And he said, well, I already got my plane flight booked, and he doesn't want to change that. But
2 rails around here, draw straight back. What do you like?
Oh, that's what he's thinking about. I think you hit that with high English. You got to, yep. That's what I would do.
I agree. Come around that 7,
Yeah.
7-9.
Yeah, he's going to.
You got to stroke it.
He's got no follow. All spin, no follow.
Could have been worse. I mean, he definitely could have ended up shorter than that if you hit it like that. He could have just ended up behind the 7. So take what you got, make the best. I like playing straight up, trying to bank 6 up table and get on the 8 maybe, or
I think
2 rails.
I would just try and overcut this 6 and bring it back center table and bring my cue ball back down table from here.
Overcut it to the which side?
Looks like he's back cutting it
He might
for
be
a
trying to
safety
make
behind
it.
the 7, I think.
Okay.
He's trying to get behind the 7
Or the 8.
or the 8, but yep. Oh, that's
8
a good
it is.
shot, yeah.
See, I saw that sending the 6 this way and putting the 8 underneath the 8 ball, but I'm not a huge safety player. So.
Yeah, I think that would have been just a tad more difficult, but if you dial in,
Jeremy with an
timing shot.
effective, yeah. Uh-oh. Effective at, I think, probably getting John his first win is what that shot is going to be. Pete Besta checking in. Patrick Glynn, our very own. Looking forward to the tournaments. And he's referring to Steve Metaxen's benefit. We got over 50 teams for that tournament starting tomorrow to raise some money for our good friend Steve Metaxen. You know Steve, obviously.
Yeah, and a couple people at the bar already asked me if I had a partner for tomorrow, and I said, no, I'm just up here for tonight. Sorry.
But that's going to be a lot of fun. Scotch
Yeah.
doubles tournament.
Raise some money for a good cause, and great. They're a nice place to host an event like that.
Boy, oh boy.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, he is.
Well, can he bank that without? Well, it looks like he can cut it in the overhead.
He's looking a lot like I felt the other day when I played. I was not expecting to play when I played. Frog ended up not being able to be here. So get in the hole. Boy, I just wanted to go for him here.
Yeah, he just needs to get the ball rolling here.
I'm still not worried. This is a race to 20. Winner break, 9 ball. This guy should be running on average, 3 racks?
Well, I think at the very least we should expect a three rack run out from one of them.
This isn't necessarily the shot you want here. I mean, it's not tough, but
No.
He definitely would have liked. I like being up a little further on this shot. At least he's off the rail this time. He's going to put this down, like you said, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
Center pocket, too. That's nice.
Yeah. Had to put it there not to scratch on the side. All right, what else? Patrick, Glenn, Rick. Come on, John, get on the board. I'm with you. We all know how he plays. Rick Poole checking in. You know Ricky Poole?
Again, I
That
think
would have been out of the Magnet and Oshkosh is when you would have known him, and it would have been through Larry Backus and that whole clan.
that seems like somebody I played way back when.
Rick
but it's,
the Stick, they called him. Not only does he have the coolest last name in Poole, but they gave him a cooler nickname.
I'm kind of like my dad. I can remember a face forever, but you ask me somebody's name I
Yeah.
just met 20 minutes ago, and I'm not so good at it. But I used to live underneath power lines when I was a kid, so they said that sucked my intelligence right out.
Got a lot of John fans out there rooting for him.
See where he put the 2 again, right behind the 1.
Wow, that's something there.
Oh, that's a
I want to
nice.
see that again. I wish I would have had the other angle, actually, but let's take a quick look again.
He's knowing where the 1's going every time. He's knowing where the 2's going every time. Yeah, that's a nice break.
Right into it here. He's going to cut the 2 into the corner, and 3's hanging down there, so nothing to do but make
Ooh.
the 2. Going to come around 2 little short rails for the 5 in the side to get up here for the 7 next. Just push forward here a little bit. Looks pretty good. He should be able to just roll forward again. Do you roll forward? Well, it depends on his angle. We'll see what he does. He might draw over to the behind.
Looks like a follow shot from where we're sitting.
I agree. Every time I commit to that, though, they change their mind like he's doing right now, and he's going to draw on the other side of it.
You sure he can't hear us? Maybe we.
Yeah. We wonder that sometimes, honestly. So. All right, Armstrong Street said he's sticking with John by 6. So, see, he did. He changed his mind.
Yep.
He was right on that border again, you know, like this shot.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, you either draw this back and try and spin out 1 rail for the 8, or you try and I think you got to draw it back, right? Or do you, yeah, he is. He's jacking up. Here we go. No, wrong way.
Forgot the English.
Well, he's okay. I mean, if he can make that, he can probably make this too.
Yeah, if you hit that other force follow shot so well, you'll probably drill this.
Yeah, it means you're in line, I think, so.
Boy, I had some barbecued wings before I came in here, and they were good.
Yeah, good stuff. I tell you, I mean, holy cow.
Yeah, it's
I mean, he
just-
made that look easy.
he's dialed in.
Oh, yeah. On that shot for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's been fun to watch this whole time. He's really just been consistent. All right, taking it to John so far. John's had a couple of 8 balls that he's not hit so well, or been a little unfortunate, one of the 2. Good shot again by Jeremy. I mean, did you see the cue ball?
Yeah,
Just-
I mean that's
Just stroked it.
such
We're going to watch it
confidence.
one more time. It's pretty. If you didn't watch it, watch after the contact to the 8. Watch the cue ball just right there. Just that quick little hook tells you how good he hit that ball. So, great job. Oh, come on. I lost my mouse. So we're going to watch it again. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, that's all right. All right.
All right, where's he got the 2 this time? Right behind the 1, right?
Shelly Drake hanging out in the back. Oh, yeah. Now that's different, right?
No, he's been putting it on either side of the one, unless it's that in the back. I
It's
can't
in the
tell.
back, yeah.
Oh, this would be different.
4-ball in the front. He does keep cornering or pocketing that corner ball. That time he didn't get the side. Let's take a look at what he's got. First shot's the trouble. The rest of it's not too bad. The 3-7 down there in the corner, at least is a little bit of a challenge, but everything else is pretty open. So
Do you shoot this, or do
I
you
don't
park
think
it
so.
behind underneath the 6-9 here?
yeah. See, I thought he was going to come. I think was he trying to get back over by the 3-7 and just kind of miss hit?
Yeah, I don't know if he was focused on the cue ball and the one, and so he didn't get either, or what. But
I don't think we got a decipherable shot from him there. It's one of a couple things. But John's got an opportunity to get safe here behind that 6-9.
oh,
he didn't
see,
get the rotation
he
quite.
bailed off on the English too, and I do the same thing when you're struggling. You know, you aim over to put English on a ball, but you're playing so bad you don't have confidence in the English, so you go back to center ball.
Well, and you get pokey,
Yeah,
which you got to stroke the ball. I never go back and watch my horrible matches, but I could tell I was very choppy
yeah.
because I was afraid of my stroke. I felt like I couldn't do anything right. You know, that's a good shot. Gonna be taking advantage again. And now with a pretty good opportunity to get out of this rack, you can either float over and try and play the 3 by itself, or just come back the simple way, shoot that combination.
I think he's
Probably
going to
makes
shoot
more
the combo.
sense. Hit that with authority, ended up good.
Let's see how he controls the 3 here. If he drills it to go send the 3 across to the other corner, or slow roll it. Oh, he just hit it so full it killed it. I didn't see that.
All right, Paper, I'm going to tell you right now, you got to reach out to him personally, because quite honestly, I would love to see Tommy Beshta on this stream. Do you know that name?
You got to quit asking me that.
Oh, okay. I'll stop.
Tommy Best is awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see
Awesome.
him on the stream.
So Paper just said nothing against John or Jeremy, but I keep tuning in every week and still no Tom Beshta.
Hmm.
And he said, "What the heck?"
I'm going to message Tolman.
I heard he was pretty decent at pool. That's probably actually Tom.
Jeez.
Oh, boy, these guys.
He was busy focused on how he was going to kiss that 9 ball because he just nudged those balls.
Well, John's got to spin this one, I think. Me personally, I spin this in,
Spin
come
it.
around 2
Yep,
rails.
Yep. This might help him get something going here.
Well, you can hit this ball. You don't have to be afraid of it. Oh, boy. Oh, he kind of hit it twice
Yeah.
on the way in.
He can kill this cue ball here and shoot the 6. Oh, he's going back and forth. Okay.
Yeah, see, he just isn't trusting his speed or something,
Yeah.
because that's what you do when you're not sure you can hold something.
Yeah,
you know,
you
I
hit
think
it, start hitting stuff that's harder. That
yeah. You hiding on purpose?
me? Oh, am
Yeah.
I supposed to be out
Oh,
there?
there you are. Oh, you know,
Like,
ask Jeff. Jeff, he thinks you and he look alike, and you're both handsome dudes.
Jeff
So,
who?
Jeff Cole.
Yeah, he does. LJ does look like Jeff Cole.
Yeah. When you were showing the fishing picture, I said that looks just like Jeff. You and Jeff Cole look very similar. Where's Jeff? Is he still here? I don't see him. You'd agree, though.
Okay, if you say so. Now let's watch this 1 ball here. I watched him practice a break where he was making a wing ball and the 1 ball was going the same exact spot every time. Let's see. I didn't see anything. That was definitely not it. No, the 1 ball didn't go where he wanted to for sure.
Oh, so no lessons this summer in Madison was the question by Badger State Property.
No, I think he will come up
Oh.
for lessons in late June or July, but he hasn't said when yet.
Hey, I recognize that logo. Badger State Properties. Now I know who you are. Any guesses?
Badger State Properties?
Yep.
No.
Same guy might run WPPS.
No.
Wisconsin Pool Players Society. No.
Who? I know
No,
the
we're
answer.
We're
'Cause
going
I've
to
seen-
let other people ask.
Yeah. Oh, okay, good. Got to quit. If I
Somebody
knew
will
there was
guess.
going to be a quiz in here, I would have had another drink.
Well, we got waitresses. You need one. I would. I'd even have an old fashioned with you. I don't normally drink in the booth, but that
Oh.
sounds good. All right, so it's kind of a mess. 3 ball's not great. 7, 8's not horrible, I guess, but his concern right now is just get a good hit.
You might as well try and pocket this because I don't know where you're going to play safe too much off of it. Oh, that's bad luck.
Yeah, I agree. He's hit a couple of those now that just haven't quite sunk. And he had a shot on the 2, whether it be offensive or defensive.
Does he leave it right by the 6 here and try to leave the cue ball up table? Bank the 1 into the 6.
See,
No,
I have a
he's always
tendency to
put
shoot
cue
it
ball.
the opposite way just because I don't like clustering up those balls in
Yeah.
9 ball myself. But
That's smarter. Put the cue ball over there instead.
I didn't quite get there, so John's going to have an opportunity to kind of do the same thing. A little tougher, though, jacked up over the 2. But I think he still can drop into this with some left. Send the cute 1 ball, 1 rail up and still come back into that cluster by the 2, 5, 3 or whatever that is. Yeah, he tried. He just didn't get any oomphta on it.
Well, he's
And
still
to hit
kind
it.
of protected. That if that's the 2, it's going to be hard to get to.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be watching this rack for a few more shots, I think. Takes a second to just think. That's a good shot.
Well, it's leaking out on him.
Well, let's switch up views. That's better. Yeah, he might be able to catch the edge.
Is he playing the? Looks like he's lining up a bank safe.
Or is he playing for the...
Well, he's looking at actually breaking the 3 ball out. That's confidence, isn't it?
Well, you got a shot to make that 3-2 on this shot if he's banking the 1.
Right.
Because of the way
9
this
ball, we
is...
go for both of them, yeah.
Is he jumping, too? Oh, he's jumping
Jump
also.
masse.
Bank.
Standard jump masse bank shot. Run
Yeah.
it now.
And has a chance to be safe. So it's not a bad
Yeah, He's
choice.
going to come right into
It's
the
unlucky,
hole.
though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, fortunately, the 3 ball's tied up on top, so at least Jeremy's got to try and push off the 2 to get at it. It's at least some consolation for the
Yeah,
fact
that
that
2
it's
ball's
not
kind of
wide
nice
open.
there, isn't it? You can probably get an angle just to nestle in between the 3 and the 6.
If he hits the 5 coming off this rail, he might come out like a
Oh.
perfect. Or that'll work.
Oh, wait, where's my button? I'm going to get the right one this time. Here it is. Ready?
Oh, man. He hit that ball terrible.
I don't get to use that one very often for Jeremy, but
Whose voice is that?
Taylor Collar.
Oh.
He was so happy. He nailed that in one take, too.
Oh, what a performer!
Oh, yeah.
Are you saying that wasn't clipped out of a real commentary?
No.
Oh, goodness
No,
me.
he brought him in. He wanted his own clip, so there it is.
Yumping. He's up on
Well,
his tiptoes.
he's got to make one of these. I'll tell you what, he's hit him very good so far. Just hasn't been fortunate enough to have one go in. Hey,
Yeah.
with
There's a
shape.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Could have used just a little bit more
I like this angle coming in. I think because I think you can clip the 3 and be okay.
off the
You
side
clip
rail.
the 6. Yeah, follow this with the left. You hit the 3 or the 6, and you're sitting okay.
What's
Unless
he going
you're
to
too
try and do?
solid.
Is he going to try and hit it so hard that he bumps the 3 out, or is he just going to try and get the 6 out of there so he's got straighted on the 3?
Yeah, it's a small target, isn't it, that 6? But it's the first one that you get to with tons of...
I think you're aiming
Left
for the
hand spin.
6 on this shot, strong.
Yeah.
So that you maybe catch a little of the 3 coming into it.
Yeah.
But you're aiming for the 6 realistically off this shot, I think.
Yeah, you're saying if you just snick the 3 ball, you still
You're
come out,
okay
still
that
come
way.
out good.
Yeah, right. You just can't hit too thick on the 3, or you can,
Yeah.
you know, he doesn't want to get too deep. And
Because you may
can't
not be able to
miss,
hit that shot
right?
harder anyway.
Right.
With all that spin, you just wouldn't get there.
See what John? You could bank the combination too into the.
Ooh, and
Right?
it is John, and he loves to bank. I won't be surprised if he takes the bank. See,
Yeah, he missed the 6.
That's what happens if you don't put enough, and that's tough, that shot.
Well, and
If you hit it too hard, you miss them.
well, if we're realistic, he just didn't get the stroke on it he needed. You know, I mean, he punched it a little bit, so he didn't get the rotation he was looking for. And again, that comes down to he just isn't settled in yet. Because John's got a beautiful stroke when he gets going. Well, and he went for the kick combination.
didn't come out all bad though. It's not easy from there.
Going to the Willie Munson Memorial. You're going to be there?
The tournament?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
My schedule is pretty full with pressure washing this time of year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should probably fill it up more. I should have you come down and do our Matio out there after I get everything, fire pits all in.
I did the beautiful place, the Rock in Sun Prairie
Nice.
last week.
Yeah, they got a nice patio out the side there.
Yeah, those gas fire pits are nice for the people, and
Yeah, I'm doing 2 of them out back here.
well,
Do they have them there?
Yeah, they got a big long one.
Okay. Yeah, we do. I've got 2 identical ones that'll seat about 20 around each of them.
Nice.
Yeah, and we're pouring them on Tuesday. The slab for them. I got all the gas lines run.
I don't know if he's got the angle to. Yeah, he can go forward, so he's got the 6 next. He'll be fine.
He's on the 4 here.
Jeez, looks like an 8 from here.
Look at that shot. Great job.
All right, there's a guy who's getting some confidence back.
Well, John, that's the thing about John. He's never lacked confidence. That's what makes him play good, you know.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to be said for that. You just got to believe you're going to do it. As simple as that sounds.
Well, stun it over for the 7.
This is the shot you find out whether or not you're actually getting in stroke, because this is that little touchy.
Oh.
Okay, there.
All right. That was probably the smart way to do it. I'm thinking I probably hit it hard enough to go to the rail and come out, but then, I probably scratch.
Oh, there's Jeff just on the other side of Taylor Collar there. If you're wondering who you look like.
Oh yeah.
Pretty similar. You look much younger though.
Oh, thank you.
I can say that about Jeff. He'll laugh. Jeff's helped a lot around here. He's helped me build fences and all kinds of.
I think that Natasha threw me under the bus one time and said it mistook him for me or something.
Oh yeah. I can see it. I mean, honestly.
So he may be trying to hit the 8 ball here, not nudge it.
No,
Yeah, or draw behind a bit.
oh no!
Who put that 9 ball there?
I think you were right. He did want to catch it.
Did he keep a line to this 8 ball or not? Where's the
Oh, he's-
infamous jump cue coming out again?
It looks like he can make it.
Well, he's getting down for it.
Keep it simple from here.
Yeah, you just got to make this ball wherever you land, you land. No scratch, really.
Oh, man. 9 ball. Oh, not getting there.
Well, and that's a little unfortunate to have it roll out to where it did, too, you know.
And a nice big draw shot from Jeremy coming up.
Well, he's got the force follow down. Let's see how he does with the straight in draw shot. Oh, not as good.
Jeremy.
Man, how's he going to come out of this?
That was out of character.
No, I think he's decided his force follow shots are going to go in and his draw shots he's not confident about yet. Now, if I'm shooting this 8-ball, I'm just rolling it in, taking the 9 where it.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing fancy. Like that.
Oh.
9-ball's exciting.
Yeah. Still has a chance here. And presumably he was trying to go around the 9 there, was he? Draw around the...
I
Didn't wanna
think
go
he's
into
just
it.
trying to make the ball, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I think John's at a point where he just wants to stroke some balls in the hole and feel success. 'Cause
There you
hey,
go, that
look at
makes
that
it
shot.
easy.
And
All
he
right.
stayed
Needed
out
that.
of the pocket.
And he's the one who chose 9-ball. It's winner breaks. And if he can get his break working, there's no reason why he couldn't march back into this match. It's all under his own control. But he's gotta
That's
be
a
able to make
big
a ball.
shot right there. Just for a lot of reasons, you got to make that ball. So good
Yeah,
job.
and I think he knows that. Geez, I didn't hit that 8 very good. Let me make this and get something going. And we all know he's just needs to get the engine roaring. I'd like to see a 20-19 match here.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, it's definitely not out of the question. What happened to John's score there? It's very odd.
6 drops, no shot on the 1.
It might be something in here. We're missing the score, right?
Hit the transition button, Kendall, because it's on the left.
Oh, that's really weird.
There you go. Greetings to Roger Pragler. Good evening.
How did I miss Roger?
And
What's going on,
hello.
Rog?
To Mark West.
Nice.
Where's he pushed to here? Behind the 2, make it a jump shot.
Yeah, and he's got to rethink it now, doesn't he? He can't leave anything too simple and obvious.
Maybe
Well,
he's
it's
just
not
gonna
a bad safety either coming off.
I
the
mean,
one
yeah, he
behind
might
the
just play the
5.
kick safety right
kick
now.
safe. Don't want to leave the 1 in front of the side, obviously. Ooh, a little soft for my speed.
Oh, he made
There
it.
you go.
That's
Well, that's not
that's
good.
how
No
John's
good.
rolls are going right there.
Yeah.
Jeez. So you're going to see another kick, but this one's going to go airborne before he kicks at it, I think.
Yeah, you can't spin that off the rail with the 7 there.
I don't see any good lines to kick at it, do you?
Oh.
I mean,
Unless you do one of
Maybe,
those double
but-
jumps.
yeah, maybe around that way to the end rail. I mean, holy cow. So, jump kick.
Oh, he's looking at the Z bank the long way.
No, he's lining up for the kick right here. He's got his jump cue.
You
in
know,
his hand.
if you go in behind it, you got the chance of coming back and leaving the cue ball behind the 3-8.
Me, I'm happy to hit the ball on jump shots. Look at that. And again, that's about his luck right there. He left Jeremy probably the only spot that ball is possibly makeable. Right?
Yeah, if you can end up that close to the 2-ball.
You know, when you have drummers like I do, this is the toughest shot in the world because I can't even get the Q-tip up there without making contact. You know, I might as well just close my eyes and fire because I got.
He's playing safe.
Where's he going to put the Whitey behind 8? Oh, he's just using the 9, but didn't get there.
You can't leave Jon Kramer a bank, can you?
Huh.
It's a bank with not a lot of shape after you make the deuce. If you do,
Yeah, you'd have to draw all the way around it, but down by the 5 and back out, I think, to make something happen here. Might be able to slow it down, but
you remember Bank Pool Lou from Madison, Lou Steiger?
not really. Well, John opted for the safety. Better shot, probably. Well, definitely. No, I really don't. I played a lot of bank pools. I played against, for crying out loud. He's gone now. Great bank pool player. Why can't I think of his name? I feel disrespectful right now.
Look
Look
at
at
that
What an
kick!
incredible shot.
Oh,
What a
my
great
goodness.
shot!
All right, let's see that again.
Oh, excuse me. Mind if I get perfect shape?
Yeah, right. Not only am I going to kick it in, but I'm going to end up straight in on the ball.
Jeez,
ridiculous,
Yeah.
honestly.
that's not the first one he did like that today either.
Well, and I think he can hold this ball. He's kind of debating because that 7 can get in the way if he doesn't hold it enough. Yeah, he just
Well,
got there. He held it nice.
Cheated the
That's
pocket heavily there.
good shot.
That's just like he played it.
The Spank Pool Luke character from Madison back in the day
Banked that one too.
always carried nitroglycerin in his pocket
Oh,
because he had heart problems, and
Yeah.
if he started losing, he would feign a heart attack to try and get the opponent to lighten up on him. And we watched so many fake heart attacks. It was unbelievable.
That's awesome. Kind of
Yeah.
in its own pool kind of way.
Yeah, there's a lot more I could say, but I'll just leave it there.
So how about Ernie Stadler? You got to know that name.
Oh yeah, I know Ernie.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
good people.
He was. Yeah,
He's good
was,
people.
Well, he
He's
was.
schizophrenic.
I know that he had his issues in his past, but I think we miss characters like Ernie
Oh.
Around sometimes.
You mean I had like a 50-50 shot, and I said, oh, he's good people against the wrong guy, because no, I don't remember him, but
Oh, you don't
I just
really?
threw that out there. To see.
Oh my God, he was such a character in pool, at least around here. Boy, Jeremy likes playing that inside rail every time he.
You should have that one pocket check. That one might be 2 inches too big.
I think it is, unless you ask John, because that's the same pocket
Yeah,
he had that
true.
jump shot rattling. Well, Jeremy making short work of that rack, getting to 7.
League, Tuesday night league in Madison, the Vegas League.
Yep.
John and I are on the same team with Duncan and a couple other guys, and Jeremy's on one of the top teams, and we have quite the battles. Nate ended up taking first in that league, and then there was Jeremy, and guess what? Rotten bar pool player came in third.
You did not.
Me on a bar table. I can't believe it. Lucky year.
Yeah, I actually saw the post from that league. I think Nate had posted it.
Yep. One doesn't go. He mixed the 2 up in the corner, and I didn't see where he had it, but
It was in the back of the rack again.
okay.
Well, the 1 goes, and I think you can stay up there for the 3. Just roll the 1 in.
He's got to the center diamond, to come back up here and still have the 3 ball.
Yeah, and that's just center ball hit, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you got to put any spin on this. So it really is just a speed shot center ball. Roll the 1 in. He's shaking his head.
I don't like it now that I look at it a little further, because it's going toward the corner pocket. The cue ball is. It looks from the overhead it's going toward the corner, but down on this view it looks like he's got plenty of room. It's too hard to tell.
Yeah. The way he's hitting the ball, I'm pretty sure.
Is there an easy safe that he's going to try there? If he's worried about keeping the cue ball down up there for the 1.
It looks like he's going to just pound this ball and draw it to the side rail. The way he's aiming. Oh, he played the 9. Oh, that I didn't expect
it
at
was a
all, to be
safe.
honest.
It's a built-in safe.
Built-in safety.
John jumps this. I bet he makes it too, but the 5 will ruin his position day.
I'm really surprised at that shot. But came out okay.
I think you hit it here. It's not like it has follow on it. Like if you weren't having to jump it, it's really sliding. and I think it hits the 5. But
What does that say for his confidence? He's lining up to just barely miss the 5 ball to play 2 rails around for shape on the 3 on his jump shots. I mean, you got to have a plan, but look at that shot.
Oh,
Oh my
That's
God.
incredible.
Give
Look
him
at
a
this.
shot.
Oh my God,
You just got to be kidding me.
that's horrible.
Oh my God. I mean, if you watched him line up, that is literally specifically where he was lining up for this cue ball to go. Just
Yeah,
watch it
he's-
come around this 5 ball.
He read it perfect.
Oh, man.
Actually looked like he had inside on it. But
What a beautiful shot. It is a shame that he got hooked. Crazy
now
that he got hooked.
now he'll go for the to make it, jumping it to make it. I don't see him kicking it up table, trying to leave him behind the 8.
After that last shot, you got to jump it in, don't you?
I think.
Oh, no, he's keeping his long cue.
What is he doing? He was coming this way. If Jeremy can do it, I can do it. He says
2 rails,
he's going to
right?
go 2 rail kick shot or
Not in the side?
safety. Yeah. Well, I think he can.
Are you kidding? He left him a forced follow shot.
Yeah,
This is in the
this is-
hole.
Yeah. Anybody want to bet against Jeremy on this?
Redmond, what's going on? Good to see you. And Andrew Brooker, good to see you also. God luck. That's some luck there. God luck to John. It's the highest power of luck. God. He's had 2 of those shots out of the pocket.
Well, I'm surprised that he didn't hit that harder since he's been drilling them, and then he leaves himself another tough one. But he must feel pretty confident on this shot.
Yeah, I mean, after hitting that last one, I'd feel pretty good too, bro. But crazy. Those are some of the toughest shots on the table, I think, when you're on that kind of off angle, out of the pocket. Another good shot.
Maybe he was setting up a different force follow shot. We just don't get it.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, just don't draw the ball. Only rule. Yet. Oh. Well, we jinxed him. We
Yeah,
talked about it enough times.
Yeah.
Still didn't leave John in like the
No,
primo.
This is where a smooth stroke matters, and if he jerks on this,
This is high left, right? 3 rails around. Is that how
Well,
you're
it
playing
looks
this?
like he just draw it straight up toward the side pocket on the right. I think.
I just think it's tough because you're jacked up. I mean, I see
Maybe.
what you're saying, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
you know what? Boy, I like your shot a little better now that I look at the overhead.
I don't know if like is the right word, but it's tough. I mean, honestly, John does not
Yep.
have very good
Yep.
opportunities when he's had them. He's made the ones he's gotten. Oh, what were you saying about a
Oh,
good
boy.
stroke?
Here we go. Oh, nice. He finally.
Did you see his feathers perk up on that
Yeah.
shot after he made that? Yeah, that's appropriate. His logo up there in the upper right-hand corner. For those of you who may not know, John is the original founder and president, right,
Yes.
of the Wisconsin Billiard Hall of Fame. And they do amazing things to help recognize and preserve the history of pool in our state. So he himself is a pioneer and has done some really great things in the state for our game. And he plays pool pretty good too.
Sure does. He's one of those scary pool players that cannot hardly ever play and then pop up and beat just about anybody.
Yeah. If I don't get this in here, it won't feel right. I beat him at state last year.
Hey, that counts for something.
Darn right. I keep reminding him.
Yep.
He appreciates it. Just inspires him. He said he dropped like 30 Fargo points, and I said it was all for my match.
Oh, well,
He let me beat him. They're like, oh, that guy's got to go way down.
this was 8-ball.
Yeah, 8-ball.
You are scary good at 8-ball. You're one of those guys who moves around the congestion really nice.
I appreciate that. That's a game that I have not played until very late in my life, other than 4 games of League every
Yeah.
year. But I played strictly 9-ball, a lot of rotation.
8 gets jarred. Cue ball
Oh.
gets kicked. Oh, this is like a.
So it reminds me, like, the sound that this makes. What's going on right now is like,
Like a flat tire.
yeah, it's just like you just think you're getting something going,
Yep.
and then it just you scratch on it. I mean, and it got kicked. It's not like you drew it straight into the hole.
Yep. 8 ball was going. I think it was the 8, and that got kicked from going in. It's
So a couple of comments on Ernie. He was the Steve C said he was the biggest shark around, and Mr. Matey, yes, he was the guy that was blacklisted from Dr. Poole for a bit.
oh yeah,
He was just such a talker. I mean,
yeah.
my dad used to refer to him as the white pimp because he'd have the white, or all his, like Miami Vice T-shirts
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah.
gold chains everywhere and rings, and then he went to jail for a little while, and when he got out, he was all white T-shirts and shorts, and that was it. Changed his ways. And I think jail is the nice way to say prison.
Wow, that's a great shot there.
Is he on the 2?
Yep. He hit it just at speed, full, so it just killed right there. That's not easy. What's he do here? He's a little off angle to get back to the 3, right?
Yeah, I think just straight back, right? Shoot the 3 in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
I was worried about the 2. I just didn't feel like he had that fully.
Oh.
And he must not have either, because he sure shot it to the right.
Well, was he worried about getting stuck behind the 6?
Maybe.
So he tried to cheat the pocket.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it probably did go, but it was pretty tight. So I think, yeah, you're right. He probably missed that more because he was trying to not get behind the 6. This isn't easy either, but I think it's back and forth 2 rails to try and get the cue ball back where the 2 started, which he did. Got to get back out to that dark 4 ball in the middle of the table. Side
I
pocket.
want to make sure it doesn't sound like I'm taking anything away from Jeremy. He's a powerhouse, but I just want John to play well so that they are both playing well.
We say that all the time. We never pick favorites here, and I like both these guys a lot, so I don't care which one of them wins. I just want a close match.
Yeah.
So if John's down and not playing the game that I know he can play, I'm going to root for him. I'm going to be like, come on.
Yeah.
But it'd be the same way if Jeremy was. Jeremy's the easy one to root for right now anyways. But I've always been the underdog, guys.
Me too.
If he's behind, I'm rooting for him.
And there's no reason to hit it that hard.
Sure, safety. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, I guess to get the safe, you did have to hit it that hard.
Yeah.
But Jeremy, this is an easy 3 rail inside for Jeremy.
Probably. Yeah. That's a tough hit. I mean, other than the 1 rail obvious kick that's going to get you nowhere.
The 3 railer is kind of got a built-in safe if you miss it,
Which way are you going? I don't know why I'm not seeing it.
Here, coming in behind
Oh,
it.
behind it. Okay, yep. Yeah, I see what you mean. Slide up on the 6, maybe. You got to get the 3 to a rail, though. Or the 7. I mean, that's the tough part of that, I think.
Yeah, I think the 7 is pretty easy to get to the rail if you come into the 3.
That's what he's doing, so we're going to find out. 1, 2.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
We
know.
better hit replay just in case they ask us, but I don't know either. I think that's about as close as you can get.
Yeah, they called it a foul.
Did they? I think it was, yeah. Probably was close. Here, let's take a quick look. One more quick glance at it.
Yep.
Just
Yeah,
barely,
because
yeah.
the three's cutting backwards, so cue ball had to sit 7, then jaunt off and hit this 3 backwards.
I got to work on that camera. It's way too bright.
Now, for me, I don't gamble with anything here. I just slow roll the 3 and take the 5, in this corner by the 8 and come up this way instead of trying to get perfect on that.
He's got the
5.
4 in the middle yet, though. So he's got to go 3 to the 4.
Oh yeah. Jeez, that's so dark.
Yeah, it is dark. I agree, especially from this angle also.
We seem to have stopped using the TV balls for this.
Yeah, we need to order the new ones. Remember we were talking about them being out of size.
Wouldn't kill me to look over at the pool table either, because I can see the colors over there easy enough.
Yeah, it's just tough because it might be a half a second or so difference. So when we first started doing this, we were realizing that we were giving away the secret half a second ahead of the actual result. Oh, I should reintroduce. So just in case you guys are just joining us, so we have MH sitting in the producer's booth because we have a special guest here tonight watching with us, and it's LJ Bryseth. LJ's here and wanted to help commentate. So
The original LJ.
the
That's right,
original
the
LJ,
OG.
that's right. The OG of LJs. John, you're going to play safe here. Try and get off the 9, I think.
Real soft. A little hard. Got
Not-
away with it.
Not bad. And he got to the side where he's got to spin it off past the 8 to get to it. He can't go to the right rail.
I think he can.
Do you?
You don't think? It's hard to tell, but
Maybe.
we'll be able to tell just by Jeremy. He doesn't even look at the other one, so you're right.
And this is just, okay, he's coming 2 rails, so he's going to try and get movement on the 9 ball. It's never a bad idea. Oh. Well, I mean, I know he's a little frustrated with that shot, but I think he probably had 1 or 2 of them coming after some of the other leaves he's gotten with.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, I'm just honest. I don't pick sides. Oh, there you go. You got, is it Tay? I believe is the name. Stellman says, thanks for the hookup on my Sailor Q.
Oh, you bet.
So you must have helped him out with a Q.
Yep. I tried to
How many sailors do
be
you think are out
gentle
there yet?
in that there's a lot of them. We have the most premier Sailor Q ever produced, and we're hoarding it, waiting for the
It's a good
right
idea.
time. My dad may never get rid of it.
Oh, why?
It
I
is
mean,
it is so beautiful. This is a questionable shot. So beautiful, and multiple shafts. It's been owned by Bruce Vensky, my dad, and it is and it hits. I never shot a Q, and I've played with Joss's blacks, just every kind of Q, Gina Qs, and this Sailor Q has a feel that no other Q has.
It's
And
the amazing thing about wood.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, some things are just made to be what they are. And that sounds like what you have there, you know.
Yeah,
It's just
it's,
a piece of wood that was made to be a Q.
Yeah, some Q makers, or all of them, do depending on their level of production, pour their heart and soul into it, and once in a while it'll pop up and everybody will be able to feel it.
Oh, yeah. It's incredible.
Talking to Jacoby, he was telling me when he first got started how he was holding his back screen door open, spraying shellac out to finish a cue in the wintertime, just spraying it out into the air, spinning the cue with his hand. I'm like, yeah, that's probably how they all got started, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's something. Here comes a jump cue again from John. I'm starting to develop confidence. I'd probably bet on him. on these jump shots because he seems to have them pretty down.
Still can see the.
I think he's got the carom, maybe. Yeah.
Does he go two-way or just make the deuce? I think he just make the deuce.
He's lining up the 2-9.
It's a nice thing about 9-ball. He can play both. Should
Not
probably
necessarily.
focus on one, obviously,
You gotta-
primarily, but
Yeah, I think you gotta.
Yeah, I think one or the other in this case. Uh-oh.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
you allow bugs in here?
I guess.
well, he's playing the 9-ball.
If I was his coach, I'd say beg him to shoot that 2 in the corner.
Yeah, maybe you're right. This is good shape, too.
Oh, he hit that too good. Too good. That was really
That's the
unlucky.
chance, though.
I liked his shot choice there. He played it
You're the one. What are you famous for saying? Just bang it. or
well. I
something.
mean,
What do you
obviously
say?
controlled bang, but I think the kiss shot on the 9-ball was I think a good choice. And
You know, if the
He hit it
nine's hanging, I
perfect.
would say that, but you have a pretty easy out there. And it's not a real tough shot on that 2, and there's no risk. You know, that's. And I'm usually not the most conservative player, but
Right. Well, I tell you, I can think of probably 3 shots that John just barely jawed. And if you switch those around, this match is quite a bit tighter. So there's a lot of matches to be played here yet. Okay, so is this relation to Jacoby? To Dave? Or are you talking about a different cube maker?
I would think we're both talking about
Okay.
Jacoby there. That's one of Sailor's kids there
Oh,
talking
okay.
about.
Okay,
um,
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
Who
and,
his grandpa was.
and we're both talking about. I think he's mentioning, how a lot of cue makers used to do that when they got started,
Yeah.
or even later. You know, if it worked.
Well, Jeremy going to finish this rack down, I think, with no issues. And it's going to get him to 8 games, race to 20 in this King of the Hill match here on Mad Apple Extreme. Joined in the booth by Mr. L.J. Bryseth, and I'm Kendall Cook. And we also have M.H. Penglaze in the booth, out in the producer's booth, kicking it back,
that's right. Falling asleep hurt. No, I'm not.
knuckle deep in his nose. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
All right, Jeremy taking it down 8 games to 4.
Seems like they kind of been exchanging racks at this point now, and John just has to hope for that, getting a few together.
Here we can see how John's handling the stress. This is our new player cam. I warned him about this, just so you know.
Should I text him? You're on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah. You should text him and say, "Hey, focus on the match. What are you doing?" Tell him we can see him. Now he's, maybe he was on the stream. He started to smile and put down his phone,
Oh,
so
maybe,
maybe he
yeah.
was watching his.
2's on the wing. Let's see where these balls go. Oh, Jeremy, I didn't have time to really study his break, but he's been pocketing the 1 on the side is what he's going for primarily.
Yeah, that side pocket shot and the corner, the 2 ball here, has been going. Yeah, see, it almost went. If you watch it in the upper corner, it just missed it. Did he make anything?
No.
It's the first dry break he's had.
And the 1 went short, and the 2.
Watch the 2. The two is heading there, and it just gets cut off.
Oh no, the two went long, and then it got hit, but it.
Oh, so he was long on it.
So he hit a little bit less of the 1 ball. Both the 1 and the wing ball would be more likely to go.
Bill Larson, unfortunately, Mad Apple will not be participating at all in BCAPL this year, so we don't have any booth. or stream.
Bill Larson loves it when there's a national match going on, and I call the commentator and say, "Will you say hi to Bill Larson?"
Nice.
In Fort Atkinson. You know, what else is he going to do down there in Fort Atkinson, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
Bill.
Right.
Last time at the BCA, I put 2 how tips on for Bill Larson, if my recollection serves me. And he came back and said how much he loved him.
How?
How?
That's one of my favorite stops on a Monday, is to drive down there and play Bill for a few hours on his table in his little bar. Always have a good time.
I don't know. I'm just jealous of anybody that gets to play as much pool as he plays. A few other guys. Living the dream.
You always say you don't play pool, but I see you on streams
Yeah.
and tournaments.
Horribly, though. That's the only time I play. I step in. Man, it's embarrassing. It's like going out, dropping your pants around your ankles and jumping up and down. What do you do? I mean, this last time for sure. I mean, I hadn't played, I think, in like almost 2 weeks. I came back and I spent the entire day from like 9 a.m. until the stream setting up all the cameras because we had it all tore down from prior. So I spent the entire day, and then I shot maybe 4 balls and then played the match. It showed.
You know, back in the 80s, I played a few foosball tournaments. I don't think I could score a point or defend a point with the guys I saw on your stream in that foosball tournament. The amount of high-speed passing and everything that was going on was just unbelievable.
Are you talking about here, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you must have. You had to have watched. For crying out loud, Spredeman. I can't think of his first name, but he's the best in the world. We get to see him every year at our foosball tournament. It's amazing.
I'm not sure I saw anybody special other than just everybody was super talented based on compared to our little 80s foosball games.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Spreedman.
Tony. Yep. There we go.
Is they you know, people were telling me he's the best foosball player in the world, and I asked someone, you know, and he's like, well, he is top 5. So to see any sport at the highest level is worth watching. I never really thought much about foosball until I saw them play.
You watch Tony. A lot of croquet matches?
Croquet, that's it, yes. I love it. The little hoops.
All right, we got Ruth Geyer checking in. She says the On the Hill group is watching live. Question is, how many weeks has Jeremy held the title? Can you drop it in the comments box? No, we'll do better than that. We'll tell you. This is his 8th week. This would be his 8th win if he wins. Which also means that he's as close as anybody's gotten to having that gold coin since we implemented the coin system. Robbie Schmidt has a silver.
I see Bill Larson mentioned that I'm due to come down there and visit him again. Well, I'm trying to get Tarek to take a drive down there with me and jump into the 8-ball action on. But it's nice because you'll have lunch down there on Bill's table, a small little bar, and Doug Blanco will walk in, you know, for half an hour while he's on lunch or whatever, play some with Doug, and it's a fun spot.
Yeah. Well, the Hill. So, are you familiar with that?
The Hill?
Yeah.
Yep. I got one in my backyard.
That's Todd. That's Todd. Is it Hauser? What's his Heiser? Hauser? I'm gonna get crap because they're watching. I should know. Anyways, we'll just call him Todd H. Good guy.
Todd Holzer is correct.
Holzer. Okay. Yep.
H-O-L-Z.
Yeah. So, or Holes. No ER.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, anyways, one way or another, they bought all of, or 7 of the tables that we sold when we replaced these. And he put a big addition on his place up near Wausau. So Cap.
Yep. I know Cap, Big Cap, yep.
Okay. Just checking.
But so I do know that guy who bought the tables, and I have
Okay.
seen his posts about opening up the place. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. But so, anyways, we just went up there, recovered all the tables for him because they were due. I mean, they were close when we got him to him.
Yeah.
Now he's all established and got things going, and wanted to get him recovered. So.
Oh, nice. Who does that primarily for you here?
So all of us can. So I mean, originally it was myself and MH that did most of the work, and then MH, and then my kid. So Mason does it. So now the answer is we have a Jeff. Is his name Jeff Dunham, and he does. He schedules all the MH's sales. He schedules all the deliveries, installs, recovers, all that stuff. So he's our primary guy, and then Mason has really taken on more of a role as of late. Working alongside him doing the recoveries.
Yeah, it was fun watching Mason. Was it in Tennessee that he did so good in that tournament?
Yep, played well in Music City Open.
Yeah, Music City.
Yeah, he played well. He was on the road for over a month, and he averaged 9th through 12th in every tournament he played. So that's tough to do. I mean, you're playing 30 days in. It's a long deal.
Yep.
So needless to say, he was happy to be home for a little while, I think.
Oh, I'm sure.
Good hit, and John is not going to come out fortunate again.
No, I think Jeremy gets out from here. He just can't get stuck behind the 6, but if he can, Jeremy will two-rail kick it somewhere.
Right. Some days the game just is easy, and when you're at Jeremy's level, the days that it's easy, you just aren't going to miss much.
I remember Jeremy being hard on himself when he was in that 690 range, and he'd float up and down, and you'd be playing him in a little weekly tournament, and he'd try a flyer or something like that, and he'd miss it, and he'd always talk to himself and say, "That's why you're not a 700 yet." He'd say to himself, and so he's figured out how to eliminate those little mistakes, and now he's in the 7s, and I expect him to keep climbing. He's got such a great attitude, and just
Yeah. I try and always express to everybody, like, the difference is it's matter of fact for people like Jeremy, people like John, people like Mason, all the pros. It's not, there's no real question, of whether or not it's executable. It's whether or not you do it or not, but they're just matter of fact. You get down, you shoot what's left there. There's nothing left to chance necessarily.
Ooh, that was a touchy shot. He had great. Jacked up kill shot a little bit. Don't get too straight. He's fine.
Yeah, I like this shot. He came up just perfect here in the 4-ball to get on the 5 up in this right corner. I've been meaning to tone this camera down, but might have got a little far on that shot.
Looks like the 9 might come into play here a little bit now.
Well, he's looking to go to the side now.
Oh,
maybe change things up. I wasn't expecting that either. I thought, he did go to the corner. I don't know if that stayed open or not. 9-8 got a little tough.
What's he do with the 7-ball? Just come off the rail and
I think it goes in the same corner, maybe, huh? Follow around.
I think he just comes off the rail and shoots the 7 to our right.
Oh, I see. Yeah, and then maybe come down for the 8 from the side after that. Yeah. So basically, leave yourself about where he is right now for the most part. Yeah.
Assuming the 8 goes from over there, it's hard. Yeah, it does. If you put the cue ball like where the 6 is after the 7. Yeah. It's not ideal, but he should be okay.
Oh. Maybe they can't hear you. I don't know what that is, but Daniel, they're playing race to 20. And Faith says, hi, Kendall and crew. Finally able to settle back in and watch some great pool. Well, he fooled us both. He
Yeah.
played to the pocket that I was talking about, but different angle going to it. I don't know
Now
what
he's
he's
got
doing.
to have
He's-
an angle to get to that 8, though, doesn't he? I mean, this doesn't look ideal.
What's that? We can't hear you.
I'm not sure what. Oh, he's going to bang into it. Okay.
Well, I think that was more of a frustration shot than anything. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I thought he played the 8 there. I thought he played safe. I got distracted by giving you a hard time. I deserve that.
My neck's getting sore from putting my face over this mic.
Move the mic.
Hey, I'm no technician. Ooh, there's a roll. Take that.
Oh, holy cow. I think he's...
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's got that, huh? Jump cue coming.
No, he could make that.
Can he?
Yep. Got fortunate that he didn't scratch, but he.
I think you're right. From this angle, you can tell he's past the side. Got to watch the cue ball here a little bit. Well, puts it down, gets into the double digits, 10 games to 4, up by 6 on Jon Kramer.
The halfway point is here.
Well, so maybe what happened, maybe John got permission to play tonight, but he was told he can't win
Oh, that could be.
because he's not able to come back next time.
Yep.
So, no, I shouldn't even give him a hard time. He is definitely struggling from what everybody knows he plays, but I still got faith. I think he's going to come in here and start getting a couple rolls going his way. It's all he really needs. He's had quite a few go against him.
Yeah, I'd like to see one of the guys string a few. They're both super capable of it. All right. 2's in the back. 5 is the one he's trying to make, and the one on the side. He hit the cue ball or the 1 ball too full last time.
5 went. And
Super shape.
super shape. Pretty good to get back to the 2, too. It's almost natural.
Wish I was still hunting. I would get a hunting knife from Matt Strong, but I don't hunt anymore.
Well, I was talking to him. Boy, does he make some beautiful stuff. He's just learning like crazy.
Yeah.
And just incredible stuff. Fun to watch him progress. Straight over and back for the 2 ball in the corner. 1 rail out for the 3. Pop out for the 4 on the side. Keep an angle to get up table for the 6. This rack is pretty laid out. 9 ball player's dream, I think.
Painting by numbers. Jeremy Fedkenheuer, Sun Prairie's reigning pool king.
Wrong side. Gonna have to work a little bit. Think he's okay yet.
Draw straight back behind the 7.
Yeah, maybe got to the right, just enough to the right side of this ball.
Nice angle.
2 rails around, put it in the right-hand corner. Or do you go forward? Looks like he's going forward 2 rails, right-hand corner.
Don't want to be straight. He's fine.
Probably 1 rail back across, shooting the 8 in the bottom right here.
I notice on some of his strokes he does a slight pause on that backswing, and some of them it's a more fluid stroke. There it paused a little bit.
Well, he came 1 rail down. That's a good shot. We got to figure out how to stabilize that. I like it better. We move that camera the main camera there a little bit closer, but that door seems to rattle it every once in a while, so it'll jump around a bit.
Well, watch outside. He's fine. So did you get rid of your 2 9-footers, or that you just moved them to the back?
I got 3 of them in the back. One is Mason's table. It doesn't really get played on by anybody except for Mason for the most part.
Is that a Brunswick in the corner?
The table that Mason plays on is covered over here.
Oh.
It's a diamond, and it's set up the same as what the pro tournament tables are. Shark gray cloth.
I think they had a ring game going back there.
Yeah, they
Ring
probably
banks.
do. Yep. I miss that. I haven't done that in a long time. Not only is it John's favorite game, but it's mine also.
Jeez, I just don't find any joy in banks.
I love it. I like banks by the rail.
Yeah, see that? I mean, that's for full-time bank players, I think.
Oh,
By
that's
the rail.
just such a fun game, though. I played that against Billy Thorpe, actually, back in the day when they considered him to be the best. And I played him 10 ball by the bank, $5 a bank, and after 10 racks, I was down $20. And I
That's
considered
pretty
that
good.
A
That's a
damn
win.
good win.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a great experience for $20.
Yeah.
He was joking around that he should pick me as his next bank pool partner because I was drilling a 5-railer over and over against him, which was fun.
I don't even see him. You know, playing 3 cushion, I can make billiards, but if you're asking me to bank more than 2 rails, I don't really see it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that you talk about billiards. That's a game that I've gotten to play a few times now at Carom Room, and the few times that I've played, I've really fallen in love with that game. It's just everything that I love about pool. To me, it's not math. It's like flowing angles.
You know, if you ever watch billiard players, even guys who play billiards all the time, the winner and the loser both almost always have fun.
Yeah.
You know, where I can get ugly if I'm playing pool and I can't make a ball.
Yeah.
And I can play billiards and not make any billiards and not get ugly. I'm just enjoying the attempt.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. Why
The
it's
idea
different.
behind the shot. Yeah. Yeah, brilliant.
He's dialed in now, doesn't he? He's got the speed, just slow rolling when he wants to.
Yeah, and on that break shot, he stopped the cue ball. Just absolutely dead in the middle of the table. And it's going to be Jeremy who breaks and runs a bunch.
Have you kept track? Is this rack number 2?
For runs?
Yeah.
No, we have that sitting next to us, and we didn't really do any of it.
Oh, I see.
No, but right
we
now,
should have
I
handed
think he
that
is
off to
on.
MH,
He is on
but-
his second run. He broke these perfect.
Which I think
Just
is
ran 'em out.
unusually low for the caliber of player we have right now.
Little stun run through.
See just those couple of rack runs.
You put English on this one, or do you just follow it?
I
and
like
try and-
going forward with right there.
Yeah.
He is definitely dialed in. He's got the speed down. You can see he's never ending straight, but he's straight enough. You know what I mean?
He's got the right angle on every shot.
I
Yeah.
did play or press the replay button for his break shot just so you can see how he can. I'll let you take over there, but
We're about to see it again, so we'll compare this one to the
Look at his
next
cue ball
one.
there.
Let's see. Yeah, he just stuck it. I'll tell you, still the best series of breaks that I've ever watched in almost any match when LJ was playing.
Little John, yeah,
And he played 9-ball that one time, and he
continuously
literally
just stopped that cue ball.
he
It never had
stuck
any
that cue
sideways
ball.
speed to it.
it was crazy to watch. I mean, if you wanted a clinic on breaking 9-ball,
Yep.
watch that video. Because I mean, he had that so dialed in.
Is he one of the 2-hop breakers where the cue ball kind of hops twice like a Shane, or is he just bounce back.
It just
freeze.
bounces back
Yeah.
and freezes. I mean, it's he had a couple of times where it got kicked, but he's got
He hit that ball. He's just hitting it
perfect
so
timing.
accurately.
Yeah. Perfect timing. He would slow it back into position just at the right speed where it never got collided with hardly.
Yeah.
Unless he had a weird reaction on a couple other balls. I mean, that's same break. He got a couple of kicks there and nothing went in, but he hit that ball the same for the most part. If you watch his cue ball, it does the exact same thing. He just didn't have the same result that he
To
had
me,
in the last.
it looks like he's focusing more on the wing ball now than the one, because he's.
But that cue ball, if it wouldn't have been for that kick off that rail, seeing here John is again. And this is tough too. You can't even hardly skin off the side. You're going to catch the outer point of the side pocket.
He's
there.
got to put it down there behind
Yeah.
a 3-7 and come across the table. Oh, I wouldn't. Okay.
1-9 combo coming up. Fairly safe shot also because you can roll up in.
Use the 3 to stop your cue ball right there.
Yeah. Randy Sargent says, I wish they would play 8 games of 8 ball, 8 games of 9 ball, and 8 games of 10 ball. Be a long race.
Yeah. I think I like the little bit of a marathon match at 9 ball or 10 ball or even 8 ball, because then you learn something about how that person is really playing that game.
Looks like he's going to have a tough time here staying on the 3 ball.
Is he going?
Looks like he's going to
3
bank
rails?
and run into the 9. Oh, I was right. He banked and ran into the 9, but that's not what I meant.
I like John jumping this in if he can miss the 6 when he comes down after the 2.
Did he? I mean, I think he had his jump cue in his hand like before Jeremy even shot that shot. I was pretty sure he was ready because I didn't see him go back and grab it. He just walked out with it. So that's credit for being prepared.
Wow, it looks like he's aiming.
Jeez.
Can't.
Can't
a
buy
roll.
one, yeah.
No. Slow roll on the 2s. Does he hit the 8 or does he get down there? I think he hits the 8.
I don't know. The way he's been following, he might be able to spin this enough to get up into that 7 ball at this angle. A little bit of high right. Yeah, that's exactly what he
Jesus,
did.
straight
Did you
in.
see that? And I don't know. I mean, some people might not
Wow.
even pick up on the subtlety of what he just did there, but I mean that shot was honestly ridiculous.
Just brushing past the 7 with the perfect speed.
Yeah. Well, and no, it's the speed and rotation that he hit it with. If you watch his cue ball, he killed it way before. We'll save that one. We'll go because to me that's the key shot in the rack. The rest of this should be like clockwork. There's one I don't mind just playing around 3 rails just to get back out to the center of the table. It's a fairly safe shot to do. He won't probably. But
I think it's a lot easier than coming off the 6 doing funky things. Just
Yeah,
do
it
it off the
seems-
5 right now.
yeah. Really wants to get back about where he is right now for the 7.
Would you draw it or would you just pinch it in?
I think I'd just draw it straight away. Be all right. Side pocket next, you think? Just a little stun run through.
Yeah.
roll forward.
That's keeping it simple. That's
Just stop. Just right there and 8 in the side, isn't it?
Yeah, and leave it just a slight angle to roll forward to get his perfect angle here. Speaking of perfect, we're going to, after he gets out here, or whatever happens, we're going to go back to that starting shot on the 2-ball. Just subtle stroke, and if you actually watch his mechanics, you can see him take care of it. What's he doing there?
Joe's going to try and draw and play a little kiss on the 9-ball here. He's
One
not
up
now. He's
by
following forward, of course, isn't he?
And perfect it is. Going to get his match to 13 here, 13-4. And I really do want to go back to this 2-ball because it was, to me, one of the best shots of the night. It looks simple, but
it didn't look that straight to me when I was looking at it, the overhead.
if you watch the way he strokes through this, though, just watch his stroke and what he does to the cue ball to continue to have it. He pushes so effectively. I don't know. I thought he hit it perfect.
Yeah, he knew right where he was going.
Yeah, he
one who
definitely
does it.
had to try and hold it, and there was definitely a little slight push through his stroke to keep that angle going forward. Because I think it's natural line headed straighter towards the next ball there, the 3.
You going to host that foosball tournament every year, or is it?
We do, yeah. We've done that now for the last 4 years, actually. It's great. This year I got a stacker, so I can fit all of our pool tables on the left-hand side of that room over there.
Yep.
They stack up perfect right there, and got the stacking cardboard things from Diamond. So stack them the same way they move them across the country. It's a little different strike of his break that time.
I made the one on the side, but then
Yeah, the cue ball didn't quite hold like it has been. He let up a little. Safety, put it over by the 8-ball maybe.
nice speed, cheaper scrapers.
I guarantee John is feeling that match where he doesn't even feel like he's played any pool as of yet.
Right.
He just has to feel like he hasn't even had an opportunity to get going.
It's a series of jump shots,
Well, and part of that is great controlled pool by Jeremy, and part of it is a little bit fortunate, I think, in ways. But it's funny when you start playing as good as Jeremy's playing, how many of those rolls start going your way?
Oh yeah, you make them. Like that was a perfectly shot safe. Really leaves John in a bind, and now he's got a ball in hand with the. Is he not going to take ball in hand? Yeah. I grab it right away, or I forget.
That's funny. All right, so he's going to try and draw back a little, leave a 2-rail out here for the 3 to come back down for that 4 in the side pocket. So it come 2 rails around between the 5 and 6. And really got to hit this pretty hard. I think he's going to go the 2. Could try and go 1, but I'm pretty sure he's going to come around 2. Yep. Look at that. The commentator coming in to take a look.
Now he's got the wrong angle on the getting to the 5 here. Is he going to jack up or just load it up with right? Come across table. Looks like he's jacked up.
Everybody told me MH is here, and I'm like, that's not MH. I'm like, I guarantee you it's not.
He's here though.
Is he?
He's in the producer booth.
Tell you what, John's been getting some not great rolls.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that. I mean, Jeremy's playing great, so that creates a lot of that.
We all been there though. You just can't get anything going and struggle through it. That's all you can do.
You know, and that was one thing I said. I said to Matt, I said, how many players in the state?
Well, that's a little tricky here.
How many
Yeah.
players in the state would have Jon Kramer down, no matter how bad John's played or unlucky, would have him down 13-4? Hardly anybody.
Yeah,
The
it's-
list is like nobody. I mean, that's just a testament to Jeremy how good he's playing.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, he's looking at this combination here.
Very good seeing you.
Thanks, Taylor. See you. Jeez. Look at this 9 ball. I thought he was going to put the icing on the cake there, have the 9 go in. Why bother with these last two? We'll just take care of it. So
Because
great combination there.
it's in your rules. You got to shoot everything.
It is, actually, yeah. We like it that way. All right, take another look at that combination. Not an easy angle to come in at it either.
Yeah, and he didn't have to shoot the combination. He had a shot in the corner pocket too, but he just liked this better. I mean, sending the 6-ball rolling and rolling the dice a little bit.
It must have been
Game's
the
easy.
scratch. He didn't like the scratch in the side there off the 6. Must have
Yeah.
been. And
We got Kyle Drake, our other commentator on our Sunday matches, sitting there straight away. Long-haired hippie.
who's that lady sitting next to Matt Strung?
That is my pool partner for tomorrow's Steve Metoxen match. And her name is Sean Gretzinger.
Gretzinger, right?
Extremely strong lady player.
Yeah, and she was my partner for a pool league that just ended.
Yeah, she's a great player. She took a break for quite a while, but it hasn't taken her long to come back and have a very respectable game.
Made 3 on the break. Got a shot on the deuce.
Chris must have changed the way this mouse works because something's backwards. It's weird. I'm going to have to yell at him.
JJ Modi writes the words or the name Spigoli there,
Matey.
referring to Kyle.
Oh,
Remember when I said for John it's been a series of jump shots?
Yeah, I mean, really. Thankfully, he's good at them. I mean, this could really be bad if he couldn't hit ball jumping.
Yeah.
Really be ugly.
Yeah, but this is a tough one because he's real close to it. I never
we
played
should-
these shots.
This is not the way to watch it. So
I
let's
think he
get
gets
over
a hit,
here.
but making it's a tough thing. Jeez.
Well, that little purple heart jump cue definitely works, doesn't it?
Well, and I'll tell you, this is the part of it for John that's got to be frustrating because, I mean, it's one thing to hit this ball and leave him a little bit tough, but I think he hit that ball and he leaves him just enough of the pocket
He's
that
got-
he's
yeah.
going to be able to roll forward, set
Half a pocket,
perfect
yeah.
for the 4. You know, you can't get much more unlucky actually than what that is. You know.
Yeah.
And again, never taken away from Jeremy because he's
Oh.
playing phenomenal.
Yeah.
Draw back. Beautiful.
Yeah, perfect shot.
I like to see a player when they're dialed in and they're in stroke, and then they're just every angle is the proper angle.
Yeah.
You know, and the game flows so nice.
Take a second. Thank everybody for joining us here at Mad Apple Xstream. This is the King of the Hill. We do this every Friday at 7:30. Try and put together some of the best matches in the state. And tonight, I think we definitely have 2 of the best players in the state here playing. And I'd like to see John get a couple more opportunities to get this match a little closer before it's all said and done.
See what I mean with that leave on the 8?
I mean, he has just the right amount of English off that other shot to come onto the 8 to set up a nice angle for the 9. It's just fun to watch.
Perfect, yeah. That's my favorite pool to watch. I'm not a big. I don't really care to watch the thinkers. I'm more. I like to watch the spontaneous players that just run around the patterns.
Well, it's 15-4. That's stating the obvious.
No, that's what we do. This is 9 ball. Well, I'm pretty sure he's going to take the 3 next.
If I were him.
Yeah. That's rotation. State the obvious. Make it sound interesting.
That's why it's easier to commentate 8 ball. Although a lot more complex.
So I prefer to watch 9 ball. I prefer to commentate 8 ball.
Mm-hmm.
When I was playing in the state tournament, the Mad Apple commentators guessed my shot incorrectly almost every time.
Every time.
I think it's because
Wasn't me, was it?
No. I'm just such a 9-foot player that I shoot, at the long straight shots or the long. I prefer those to a tight little
hold shot.
Hold shot with a lot of English on a cue ball and stuff. They're like, oh, he's definitely going to play safe here.
Out comes the stroke.
Well, he's played a push there, Jeremy, and John's definitely going to take it. It's just too many potential safety shots here.
What does he do? Put Whitey behind the 9? Or has he got a straight bank? It almost looks like he's got a straight bank. Jeez, just
need a little bit more on that. Giving Jeremy the advantage. If he can play a good little safety behind that.
Yeah, Jeremy's got a really
ball.
good angle behind the 3 here. And I like what the 1 ball does with the 4.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
yeah, that's it.
No, he left him the hole.
Oh, well. Yeah, you were saying that. Just nudge the way that 4 ball drifted down with it.
Hey, can we call that a roll for John?
Yeah,
I think
guess
maybe we can.
That'd have to be his first official roll, wouldn't it?
I think so. I think it's pretty close.
So if he doesn't get out here, we can say, hey, rack number 5, you were supposed to win.
Armstrong Street says, I just realized my phone kept auto-correcting. I meant John will have 6 to John 6. Oops. That's pretty funny, dude. That's hilarious. So he actually meant that John would only get 6.
Oh, I see.
Right. But his phone was auto-correcting.
I thought he was just a guy full of hope and faith. All right, go for it, buddy.
Well, you're not going to see any quitting, John. That much I do know about him. Regardless of how far he's down, he's going to push every single game, and I think we're still going to see him light up here. So,
well, it's winner breaks 9 ball. If he can break and run a few, there's no reason why he can't narrow this gap a little bit.
Get your brake working. Get a couple. The last time he won, he scratched on the brake. Well, he got further in that than he liked.
Inside or just pinch it in and come back down table? What do you guys
I just
think?
like center, I think.
Looks like he's putting inside on it for me, but
Yeah, that's why I don't like
jeez.
doing that.
all right.
These tables will punish you. They really will. That's pretty common to see, especially since we switched tables. We see that all the time. And it's not that the pockets are that much tighter. They made those shelves deeper. These new tables, that shelf is almost a half-inch deeper.
Is that something you're certain about?
Yeah, oh yeah.
What's the measurement on the shelf?
Because I've got an old one up front there. My coin op is the same as my old one.
So if you drew a line from the outer corners and
Yeah.
measured that, I'd be curious.
It's almost a half-inch deeper.
That's unbelievable.
3/8 to a half-inch. And it is all the difference. I mean, it makes it play tight.
Yep. How old is this cloth?
When we put the tables in, so 4 months probably.
So it's not really sliding a lot anymore. It's just
Oh no,
it looks good though. It looks clean. So I didn't know it was that old.
we clean it every day. I have a guy that comes in every single day, vacuums, wipes down, maintains the cloth. I spend like hour and a half of labor every day cleaning all these tables.
Yeah. Well, I used to have to do it at Unique every morning. That's where
Yeah, that's right. You Popeye arms. Yeah.
pushing that vacuum cleaner across the table back and forth.
Yeah, Mitch does that for us. Mitchell is his name, and his job allows him to be here early, so he comes in just before we open, and he gets free pool and shoots every morning. For a couple hours before going to bed, because he's a third shifter, I think, or something.
Oh, that's nice.
He actually has an annual membership. We traded him for a Kirby.
Yeah, he sold Kirby's. Yeah. 2 of them. We gave him 2 years.
Do you use a rotating brush on your cloth or just a
We
Yeah.
do,
suction?
yeah. It's rotating.
It's pretty cool, that little vacuum. Yeah, it's got a articulated head, so it always stays flush with the cloth. Maintains suction, but yeah, it's got this spinning brush.
I'd like to know if somebody took an ounce of chalk and spread it over a whole table, and you used one of those Predator, what do they call
X
it?
things or whatever.
Yeah, what the weight you'd get back? Is it 50%, 30%?
That'd be interesting to
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to believe that vacuuming does a much better job.
You'd
I would think so too. I mean, a lot of it's going to go through the cloth. But those vacuum cleaners, yeah, they do a good job. When you look at what's in the vacuum cleaner when you empty it, it's basically, it's blue, obviously. It's half chalk and half fibers. So every time you use it, you are sort of wearing the cloth a little bit.
Yeah, that's the downside with the rotating head versus just the suction and the brush head. But if it's even, I think that's fine.
What?
We did it had both types, and I couldn't really tell which one worked better. But it was a Carum you used? Carum Room, don't they have a rotating head too? I think on the vacuum.
Jeremy with a rare non-shot after the break.
Boy, it looks like the easiest safe in the world that he just left him.
Yeah, and John has to take this.
Well,
And if he plays it right, Jeremy should be in trouble.
yeah, it's tough though. I mean, you can't stress enough when things are going the way they are for John. Even that shot, seems
He
like
survived.
You're relieved at this point. And Jeremy's gonna pull out the jump cue and just jack up and crank it in the hole with perfect.
Draw
shaking.
back for the 2. Yeah. Then we just all have to be happy and say, well, we're not playing Jeremy tonight.
Yeah.
So. All right, ball in hand.
Have we seen this yet?
Oh.
I don't know that I've seen John with ball in maybe twice.
Is that 2 in such a ugly spot that he's looking at us?
It's possible.
See?
I tell you, he doesn't have a great. I mean, it doesn't have a great big hole there. I think you got to spin the 2 to make it, even if you get perfect, right? Well, that's a good spot for it. The advantage of being down there at the table.
From this angle, it looks like he's hitting it too full all day, and then it goes perfect when he shoots it. It's funny. Does anybody from up here hear from Rick Ruxton anymore? I know he's supposedly making tables down by us, but
Is he again now?
well, I
Because he had the Ruxton for a while, right?
I went to the website and it was still active, so I didn't know
Okay.
if he was. But that could be old and just still up.
John has to thread the needle here. He's planning on going around the 6 and 7 without touching them, and ending up on top of the 5 ball, which
A little long here.
I think
he's
he's
okay,
good, actually, yeah. I think he might have actually figured out the speed on that shot. It really has been his biggest struggle, I think, is figuring out the speed off the rails. Just go have to slow down a bit. But what I like about it is it gives you the opportunity to actually stroke a ball and open up your.
Right.
You know, some of these are so fast you can't. You know.
This is no fun because you just it's hard to determine where exactly that sub ball is going to go. You don't want it to get tucked up underneath the 9.
I think if he just plays forward here, he's going to be okay. You know, push it past the 9, have it past the 9 in the right corner. Yeah, see. I guess he's not going to be okay. He's going to do it exactly what you said.
game of millimeters.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Sort of easy safe there. So just slide
Is it?
off the 7, maybe.
This is where I'm not real good. I'm not, these where you got to slide around stuff. I think he's going to try and get down table, maybe.
Behind the 8 was not bad from there. But I like that better. Oh, boy. I think
Jeremy's going to punish him for that. I
He
think.
makes this. Saw Jeremy cut the paint off a ball before they started playing.
He's going to be a little bit elevated because of where the 8 ball is. That's a good practice shot, isn't it? I'll go back and do this 100 times. So you can-
That was smooth, but he missed.
8 ball.
Oh,
Look
we're
at
playing
this.
9 ball.
I tell you, his rolls are turning around. I think a half hour ago or so, that ball was in the hole all day, the 8 ball.
Well, and John's been on 4 games for quite some time now.
That's true.
It's been a nice chance to get off 4.
Sometimes that's all it takes, you know, and you can put something together. Even this, though, I'm sorry to say, you know, like you could have a better angle at this. You know, it's hanging in the jaws and you feel nervous. Or I do, anyways.
Yeah. You shoot it safe and you'll end up frozen to this rail over here, and that's me all day.
Yeah. All right, John, getting to 5. He's about to turn on the burners.
Now
got
it's a
some
party.
Catching up to do. Quick, call everybody up. Tell them to get on the stream because it's about to get exciting.
Here comes Mad Apple's first 10-pack on the stream.
That was actually Larry.
Was it on the stream?
Yeah.
All right.
Larry never ran a 10-pack on the stream.
Yeah, I think it was 10.
Well, I hope I can go find that on YouTube.
No, I think that was actually before we lost all of our data. Chris would know, though. Chris knows about it. Look at that. Big Bear Chapman is in the room. Oh, my God.
Oh, that was perfect.
Well, that's the best break of the night, I think, right there, honestly.
Do that every time, run out. If you can break like that, he could run a 10-pack.
That was a pretty break. We're going to sneak it in real quick here. Watch this break.
Bang.
Boy, just crushed.
Cue ball completely controlled.
Yep.
We ended up short on the 2 just a little bit, but nothing that I don't think he's going to.
Little English.
There you go. It was a good shot. Got to make that one.
And not get stuck behind the 9 there, you know. That's the worry.
Draw
Hit it-
straight
hit it
back
nice.
out of this. See if the stroke is working.
Yeah, he's going to follow this spin off 1 rail, I think.
Oh,
Good shot.
perfect.
No spin needed, really.
A little straight, but you can tell the arm's getting loosened up here a little bit.
That's better. That table roll off, MH. Who maintains these things?
No, it looked good to me.
He's got to shoot it into that giant pocket too.
Yeah.
And you don't want to hit these ones too hard. There you go.
They hugged the rail the whole way, but you're going to see him just tap, tap, tap this ball in again. Just a little roll forward. Like shooting off the rail at the moment. Well, looky there. We got a one pack.
So you're saying there's a chance.
That's right. Always a chance when you're at this level. Let's see. We'll put Jeremy on the spot like I did. Let's see. Who's got the most of their gift basket gone? Not sure who's snacked the most.
Can we zoom in on that bag of chips, please?
The chip cam.
Yeah, the chip cam.
Uh-oh.
Well, that break was not as effective, and he's going to hope to goodness that he does not leave a one-ball shot.
Oh, that 9-ball is looking so juicy right there.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Jeremy's got to see of it. Doesn't look like a lot, just the edge.
You know, if you can masse into that, you almost double kicks the cue ball down the rail toward the 9.
Nick, where have you been this whole time? Comes in with, here comes the rally, he says.
Mr. Like is going to be my partner tomorrow in the
Oh, here comes the 9-ball here.
Scotch Doubles tournament.
This tough little shot. He does have a shot at the 1, though. You could go two-way here, I think.
I think from here you oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
The 1's got a little bit of chance here because you got to spin this ball to cut the 4 over.
Yeah.
I think.
You have to hit the one that looks like so thin you might as well just try and make the 1 and hope the 9 gets kicked in.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying now.
Hold your breath.
We could play two-way, too. Safety if you're banking the 1, if he kind of rolls through it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what he did. Look at that shot. Terrific job. 3 in a row. Jon making a run at it, finally. With this outstanding shot on the 9-ball. Very well controlled, because he had to back cut this 4. It wasn't like a straight-in combo. Got just to the edge of it, just perfect. So,
And he hit it at a good speed that 1 didn't come out. And if he missed that, the 1 wasn't in an easy spot. Hit it way better than I would have.
Tom Mason, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you in the stream. Said he liked and shared, and he said great commentary and matches. Well,
7 drops. And he's got a simple jump masse.
Well, that's tough, isn't it? Because he
jump bank off.
did break
5, I
well.
like that. Yeah, push shot, smart shot.
His little run of break and runs is over, but it doesn't matter as long as he can still win this rack. He's given Jeremy a look at this one, but it's tough to see anything to do with it.
I don't really see a good safe. If you're super skilled, maybe you can park it below this.
There's probably a way to
Yeah,
get froze
2
right
rails
behind the
in
full
there,
ball,
right?
but it's kind of a risky shot to go for.
Well, unless the cue ball or the 1 ball gets out far
Yeah.
enough that you're
We'll see
not
if
hanging it by the 5, you know. Oh, look at this shot.
Oh, wow, that was brilliant. And so he put it. He had that in mind. I mean, he
Oh yeah.
he finally got Jeremy back in the push out because he kind of came on the wrong end of it earlier in the match. But this is what he had in mind when he played this shot, and Jeremy decided not to shoot it.
You got to hit that so full. He just hit it perfect.
And that
How's
was
that
really,
for timing?
really good.
Michelle Never. We were just talking about Larry's run on here and how many in a row it was. I thought it was he had like a 10-ball run on the stream. It was like the best run we had ever. I think it was a 10-rack run.
Wow.
It was 8 or 10. If you remember, tell us, because Got to give props.
Played my best pool match of my life against Larry at the Rock.
You had to.
Yeah.
And you probably still lost.
No, I
No,
won.
you got him. Yeah.
He said, "There's no way he's not a master."
Yeah. In an odd way, that sounded like him. Or maybe I could just hear him say it. John looking pretty here. Getting things figured out. Going to leave himself hopefully not straight in.
Come on, Whitey. Yeah, he didn't want to be there, did he? Let's hope a smooth stroke gets him to where he needs to be.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he turned it loose.
Hang on. Hang on.
Did he overdraw that ball? Wow.
He's still
He's got
right
another
here.
shot. He can get up here and zing
I like
this
this
in.
shot for John. I think he's going to stroke this ball straight in the hole.
3-4 railer.
Back and forth a couple times. It's got to be clean. Yep. Good
There
shot.
you go. Good speed.
Now we're talking.
Perfect.
And I only say that because we like close matches here. So
How many
good to
racks
see
is that
John come
now?
around.
Well, he just won 4 in a row, which contained a 2 break-and runs in the middle. And he's still going. Wisconsin Pool Player Society says, "What's up, Kendall, LJ, and MH?"
Hey, what's going on?
Hello, hello.
WPPS.
Nobody still guessed who that is, by the way. Same guy.
Little chest pop there. He's feeling it.
He's got some spring in his step now, doesn't he? And the 2 ball's going to fall in. Didn't hit that one quite as well.
No, he's maybe losing the cue or he's losing where he wants the one to go.
So he has no advantage here. You're going to push out somewhere and leave a sort of a round the table type safety shot where there's got to be a way to get the cue ball back down table behind something.
7 or 8, Big T said. Yeah, so I thought it was 8 or 10.
Could you ask Jeremy movies blocking our view?
Oh, yeah, that's my bad. That's bad production right there. That's what that is.
Well, not a bad result there from Jeremy. Not sure if he was actually even playing that ball.
If you slow roll it, you just leave the guy in easy, safe after you. But I don't know what else. Oh, did it get there?
No,
I don't think so.
never caught it.
Well, it went one direction, it came back another, but it might have just been the alley a little bit, Just got in the alley and rolled out.
Yeah, it kind of, if you watch it here, it doesn't quite get there. Jeremy's about to play a safety off of that shot.
Even right behind the 5-6.
Yeah, he did get that aggressive, and I think he's going to pay for it because I think he just left John. Well, maybe not.
Well,
I
he
thought he was going to come up a little higher and leave
first.
that kick.
I think he
yeah.
can kick underneath there pretty good for a safe. Right? Isn't there enough room?
Around the left.
And if he doesn't like that, he can go to the right too and play a similar shot. Yeah, there you go. That's
yeah.
what he's looking at. He just wants to bump that one ball through the gap, clear of the 7.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
He
For
may
me,
not
I'd
get-
shoot it other side.
You think you can get underneath it and play a kind of
Yeah.
a stick and stop, huh?
There we go. Patrick Lynn has us covered with the actual number, but I say we should just, I mean, it's like the big fish story. It should get bigger. But he corrected us. He said he had a 7-pack break and run in 8-ball, but still outstanding.
Big T was correct, Michelle and Michelle.
7 or 8. I still think we say 8 or 10. It's better.
Well,
I don't know. Did he get it?
Way he's frozen on that 7, I can't tell. Looks like he's can hit it.
Might even have the shot if he can get off the 7. I think he can make that ball in the bottom left corner.
This is where I throw a piece of chalk up in the air and get somebody to focus on the chalk, and I rifle it quick.
Yeah. Hey, what's that?
and he is looking at it.
You
so
ever
he's
see
look-
those 2 Asian players on YouTube?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And the guys
Oh, yeah.
pushing the ball all over. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So he's looking at shooting this ball to the left, which means he thinks he can end up with some kind of shot on the 3 ball. So he's sending the cue ball round the rails.
At minimum, he's going to have a safety unless he plans
And-
on really smoking this and coming around the 5. You know, coming side rail, bottom rail.
And he's going to be going
Left
through the
side
gap.
rail.
I mean, the 3 ball actually does have a pocket. It's a teeny window, and he's going to be passing through that area. But like you say, as long as he gets that down there and he can see the threes,
I
got
like
safety options if he
all
doesn't
that
shoot
mess where his cue is now.
Yeah.
I like banking it into that mess and leaving your cue ball down here by the pocket.
Yeah, that's nice. Too.
And maybe it caroms in off the 5, and then you play safe off the 3.
Oh, that's right. Michelle just reminded me of something. He did that. He did that out of his wheelchair. That was when he
just
was
amazing.
actually in his wheelchair, so he wasn't even fully standing or anything.
it, which is just incredible.
Well, I mean, honestly, that was probably like everybody had been amazed by Larry previous at other reasons, but I mean, the most amazing thing to me was how well he still played as he was transitioning into a chair. I mean, he still just
I could watch that stroke when he really had a snap draw
Yeah.
shot. So good.
Yeah, pretty. Hey, Craig Fowler got it right. Andy Coons. That's who we're talking about. Both Madison City, whatever it was. I'm sorry, I should remember. But WPPS, everybody knows. Oh, Badger State maintenance. That's right. Hey, John's got a shot.
Is it the cue ball freeze right there on a stop shot, or could he draw it back? I can't tell.
You're thinking draw back to shoot the 3 up here in the corner?
Or just anything,
Yeah,
or
I
if he's stuck.
think he's got room. Look at that. Did it too good.
Does that answer your question?
9 in the side. Here we go.
Yeah, I like that shot, actually. It looks pretty good.
If you hit it right, you draw the
Is
cue
he
ball
looking
back
at it
behind the
even?
7,
Yeah,
and
he is.
leave the 3 ball up table. You might get away with all of them.
Oh, draw the cue ball behind the 7 also.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you,
Like that.
you called it, and that
Good
was
shot.
the priority on that shot, really, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, Michelle, it's time to do that again. So I want to thank everybody for joining us here at Mad Apple Extreme. I'm joined in the booth not only by MH Penglaze, but also by LJ Bryseth.
Hello, hello.
Well, John's evil plan came full circle and got him ball in
Machinations.
hand. It's still not an easy rack, is it?
Now the 5 is a bear. You got to be on the. I don't know where you got to be. Looks like it hardly goes anywhere.
I don't think it's got a pocket.
Past the 7 up there, it's got to
It's
go.
the 5-6 lined up to the corner. Maybe, maybe not. I don't mind. I don't know if this is what he's looking at, but shooting the 3 in the side pocket, rolling up to skin the side of the 6 to get past the 9 for the 4. I mean, that's kind of what, if you're going to play the out, right? I mean, this would be the shot to try and run into that 6 a little. Because if you try and come off behind the 5 and 6 on the left-hand side, You're going to get stuck and not have the 4.
Yeah, it's so risky to bump those, isn't it? Because you hate to bump them and then hook yourself.
Well, you know, I see a nice shoot the 3, draw back just 4 inches to the right of that 9, then right English around. You come crashing into the 5-6.
Off the 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And if you whiff and you're long, you still got the 5 up in the corner.
Looks like that's kind of the plan here, I think. He's not doing anything with it right now. He's going to try and set off that 4 to do it.
He's got to slow down, though.
Yeah, he's going to play your shot, LJ.
I think he might have gone to touch too far to do it. Can he spin out of that there enough?
I think he can, actually. I mean, I think you got to get a stroke on it, but we saw John hit that other one. 3 rails, probably the best stroke of the night.
Are you saying come back or forward to the end rail?
Forward.
Okay, yeah, you do need a lot of spin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, and he may have, because he's gone so far, have to switch to the other shot.
Mostly right, but follow. So you'll see him high right, but mostly right.
Yeah. How do you miss the 7?
Just like
He did.
Yep,
Oh,
perfect
what a
shot.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, that's just shit luck.
That's uncalled
Yeah,
for.
that's
When you hit the shot
terrible.
that well.
Unbelievable. Well, I hate to do it, but I got to show this replay because it was a crucial spot and a well-struck ball.
And the truth is, you know, if you hit this good like he was planning, it is going to be close to scratching, isn't it?
I
A
don't
half ball hit on
know.
that. You should
You come up another half ball
just
and
hit
you
his hair softer.
Yeah.
Where's the bass coming from? Is there a dance floor nearby?
Yeah, it's these Friday nighters. That's a pretty common song too. When I'm in my office, it's crazy how much of that bass I can hear because I can't hear any of the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So all you get is the bass. It's a little bit like in here, I guess. You just really hear the bass. Little punch shot, come back, shoot the 9 in the same pocket.
Nicely done. Nice touch.
Yeah, not overhit, you know.
Yeah, and that little kiss and scratch in the side pocket there for John's put an end to his nice little run there. The last thing he wants is Jeremy to break and run a couple and get on the hill. John would have had 9-16 and not a terrible thought of coming back from there, but
Yeah, but if he keeps up the same pace that we're at right now, he's got a chance. So Jeremy wins 1, John wins 4, that's 12. Jeremy wins 1, that's 18. John wins 4, that's 16. Right? There's a chance.
Yeah.
Just got to duplicate what he did
Simple
3 more
math.
times.
It's a pattern. You always trust a pattern.
only problem, Jeremy breaks pretty good.
And then there's Jeremy screwing up the pattern by his awesome play.
Right. I'm excited. I get to, I was talking about Willie Munson's memorial tournament coming up that David Dolly is putting on there. And he always does a great job. He always attaches a fundraiser to the events and raises some money for some great causes, and including that one. And I got the privilege of playing with our young superstar, Caden Hillman. So looking forward to that.
Where does Willie's benefit tournament? Is that at the bar?
Romines?
Oh, it's at Romines. Good. I got a nice billiard lesson from Craig Powers in there a couple weeks ago.
Did you?
He's such a great ambassador.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if, another one got real lucky that he's still able to play after his accident and all that. And filled up pretty good, I think, for what it was, you know. I know when I heard it initially, I was just horrified. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That's,
Well, there's something about ladders and chainsaws.
Yeah.
Why? What did he do? Fall off a tree?
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
he basically fell, but the chainsaw hit his arm, cut a
Oh
bunch
my-
of tendons up, and
Oh my God.
that was a while ago. Yeah, I mean, not to underplay it because it's still horrific, but he's healed up pretty good and was pretty lucky, really.
He's made some interesting little bridge adaptions for a guy who doesn't have control of those tendons,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
and and he keeps like 4 or 5 of them with him, and depending on the shot, sometimes he pulls them out and slides his fingers through it, and then he can be elevated, because his wrist doesn't support it like it used to. So he's made some little contraptions that help him play.
Huh. Jeremy narrowly missed his breakout shot there. Sent the cue ball all the way down table and just grazed the 7. And that is a chance for Jon.
John's just going to stick him on the 9 ball here. You could play to make this 6 in the side, but I think it's too risky.
Yeah, just freeze him really good and make sure he cut off his easy one-rail kicks.
Hey, Dolly, while I got you on here, what's the fundraiser for Willie's tournament? I don't remember what you're donating for. And you're very welcome. I'm always happy to promote pool, no matter who's running it. That might have sounded bad too, but even if we're not the ones doing it, is what I should have said.
I
Sounded
don't
like
think
I was
anybody thought badly of you for that.
ripping on Dolly.
Well, Jon's safety paid off. He's got himself a nice chance to get back in this.
3 more, and we're right on the mathematical pattern we need. Because we're all rooting for that hill match. I don't care what anybody says.
That's right.
And from there, I don't care who wins.
Well, if Jon comes all the way back to get to Hill, he deserves to win. It's like a setup for one of those movies, isn't it? It's a long shot. Not likely.
Me, I'd rather have that draw shot than this.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I just don't. You can come funny off this rail.
Yeah.
I think
He
I
hit-
might go forward here. Yeah, he's
You
going
hit it
to.
too full, you scratch. You play in the side pocket comes into play if you
You're
hit
going
it
to see
that.
kitty corner here for the 9 ball. Yep, right up there. And you're right, though. I mean, he had to play near that side pocket on that shot.
He hit it good. Give him that.
So what door do I keep hearing here opening up, MH?
You mean that one?
Yeah.
That's not a door.
That's a zipper.
Yeah.
No, yeah. No, it's the chair. I guess
Yeah.
I should stop leaning back on it.
Yeah,
You
it
guys are hearing
continues to do it. It sounds like somebody keeps walking in and out of the door. It's like
Ah.
sound effects in a booth.
Right.
We could do horses, too.
Well, I figured there's no camera on me. I can get comfortable here.
Yeah. Put your shoes back on.
You can smell that in there?
I thought it was
I thought it was
cool.
bad, but this is just a little room I'm by
It
myself.
probably is me. I was out digging ditches earlier today. I don't have a shower here.
I pressure washed a 5,000 square foot house today.
Did you?
Terribly underbid the house too, so it made it more torture.
All right, John with a good break and
There
a
you
good
go.
opportunity at a nice looking table here.
Yeah, you got to pin. This is not an easy pinch in though. This is
Not on these pockets. We've learned that. So let's see if John's learned that because he's the one paying the price lately or earlier.
the kick in the worst thing to do here? Because you don't got to worry about losing your cue ball. You cut this in, you hit it. All of a sudden, you're on the wrong side of the table.
Man, I don't know. With the bridge coming out, I guess I might agree with you. I don't care for this shot.
I don't
think
mind
he's
the
got to go
bridge,
up
but-
and down table here.
Yeah,
Right?
the concern is if you have to hit it that thin and get the one ball there, does the cue ball sneak behind the 7?
The rake out of the way too. Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, there's a touch of a pro player.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Stop shot sets you up for a nice angle.
My gentle touch would have left me right behind that 3 ball down there.
So I think he's going to stay on that side of the 8, right? I don't think he's
Yeah.
going to try and get long. Let's just take a look here.
No, I think you're right. Just stop it right there and draw over for the 4 in the long way. He's considering trying to get the cue ball back up table when he shoots the 3 to get on the 4.
Well, the tough part is coming off that 3. The 8's kind of in the way on the angle coming back for the 4.
I think if he gets very close to stopping this ball, he
If
can
you
find
pull-
a way to get on the 4.
If you just pull it back a little bit and then shoot it like a draw shot on the 3, shoot the 4 back up this way, and come
Yeah,
across for the
yeah.
6. That seems simplest.
There you go. You know it.
I just don't know if you have enough to hold it up there, do you?
Well, you can
I
hit.
think-
Yeah, you can draw. You can almost make the 9 with your draw here.
Right. You can go 2 rails softly, and yeah, brush past the 9 and why not give it a chance to go in?
If he's doing
Look
something
at that.
different.
He thread the needle, and he had to trust that he knew he was going to take that pretty much exact line there past the 8 ball. This one's a little weird too because you'd love to roll it in soft, but you kind of
You
have to
forward around
get
the
out
8.
for the 6. So
Nicely done.
yeah, he did that really well. He hit that shot at a speed where you had to be very accurate.
Slide out for the 7 in the side.
Focus on making the ball and taking your 7 where you end up. Don't.
Yeah, and
But you really do have to make sure you're nicely on the 7 to get on the 8.
Yeah, he wants to be.
Assuming you don't want to play the 8-9 combination, which I suppose you could,
Now it looks like he
and you might.
almost have to.
Yeah, just roll it in gently. Why get crazy? He could power stun there. He's got almost no angle.
You know what's different about looking at the games
He's
on a monitor
Digging down. Sorry.
and watching the games as a fan in the stands is you feel like you're watching regular pool when you're watching it live, but when you're looking at it on a screen and commentating, you lose the feel of knowing what's going on in the players' heads a little bit.
Yeah, that's what makes it tough, to be honest with you, because you can't quite judge the angle the same. So a lot of times you just got to be like, these are the choices.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does. you
Yeah.
know, because you're right. It is a little different perspective from here. It's so much easier from here.
There you go. That was a must-make shot there.
Yeah, he hit it good too. He's focused.
Is that double digits? Did I get him to 10, or did somebody
Wow.
mark that already? I don't know if he marked that already or if he's at 10. I'm not fast enough to pay attention. It's a dual fundraiser, autism and Down syndrome. So donates a lot of money to those type of causes.
Here's a little Willie Munson story.
All right.
But before he was inducted into the Hall of Fame, him and my dad, we went to visit him in his hotel room, and he had some of the Milwaukee guys. Sergio's dad was there. Some of the other guys, I should know their names, but I don't. But anyway, Willie started talking about, Jerry, do you remember when we used to play straight pool and the farmers would drive from everywhere and watch us play all day? And my dad was nodding his head, and asked him, do you remember that? And he goes, well, I kind of remember playing Willie in a bar, on a bar table, playing straight pool one time way back when, and there were people watching us. And then Willie went on to say, Jerry, do you remember that time then he said, not that one time. I mean, you used to throw your cue a lot, Jerry. And my dad goes, come on, Willie, don't tell anybody about that. And Willie started giggling. And he, for like 5 seconds straight, he was giggling and he said, yeah, I remember you whipped it straight up into the ceiling, and it was wobbling around, and you were grabbing at it, and you couldn't grab it because it was moving. The butt end was flinging around, and my dad was mad, tried to grab it, and he kept missing. And Willie, just telling the story, got into the giggles. It was
It's hilarious.
classic.
Well, I mean, Willie, temperament-wise, you cannot ask for a better-mannered, better guy than Willie. I mean, every time you saw him, That's ridiculously unfortunate there.
Wow.
He's got to be getting used to it by now.
Yeah, I think it is. Just like a routine beating. He just
Didn't seem to phase him. He just jumped over for the.
what's he do here though?
He's got to do
Yeah.
something here, and it's got
Jeez, I
a snick off it and scratch. That's all I see. Did that work? Check
he's
the
going to
rule book.
kick at it maybe
Does that come from
underneath?
experience? I mean,
You betcha. I'm good at predicting that one now.
Real first kick into it behind the 9. Is that what he's doing?
he's gonna draw this. Yeah.
Well, he could kill it enough, but
That's as good as he could possibly do to just
Yeah.
draw enough to not scratch on that very thin hit.
Kyle
Couldn't
Rusick.
get any
yes,
more
it's a
speed into it.
7-foot table.
Well, I appreciate you guys letting me sit in.
Oh yeah, love it. Happy to have you. You can't. I get tired of talking that match every week.
Mm-hmm.
No, not really.
I had some good matches when I was in 18, 19 years old. I did a local TV show behind the 8 ball, and it was the finals of the weekly tournament at Cunique.
Nice.
And Jim Fitzpatrick has one of the only existing copies of that. The drinking age at that time was 18 years old, so
Yeah.
I was pretty sauced by the time the finals got around, and I was trying to commentate. And there's a couple of matches where I got the giggles,
Yeah.
and I had to get out of the screenshot and let the other person do the talking because I was.
That's the nice thing is we're not on camera
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
I can pick and choose. Yeah, that's neat. I'd love to have a copy of that. We'd probably put that up for you.
Oh, thanks. Fitz made me a copy a couple years back, but I don't know where I filed that.
Jeremy looking to get to 18, 2 away from the win, retaining his reign.
If a guy wins 10 in a row, can we call him the king of the North for a year, or what? What can he?
He gets his gold coin. That's nobody's gotten one yet.
Yeah. Well, I like that. That's cool, but it seemed like a title should go with it.
Yeah. King of Kings.
That one's taken.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, so I mean technically I guess so is King of the Hill, but I got people that are doing the same thing I'm doing, calling it King of the Hill now. So
yeah.
we're gonna have to figure out a different name pretty soon.
King of this hill.
Right, King of my hill, baby. Has Jeremy been over here the whole time, or has he moved out there? I think he's been going from there the whole time. They're right.
Oh, I just noticed both of them are breaking from the side. I didn't really. I think so.
We'll find out if that cue ball does its normal. Off the mark a little bit from what he was, but he's perfect. 3 ball's going to tie up and give him, well, not quite. Ended up short enough to make the combination possible. He's also got the combination to the 9. If he gets to that side. So he's got a good angle. Stop the 1, leave a little angle, draw back to that side for the 3-9 combination. I like it. Oh, see, Taylor Collar got Matt Strong into the bad habit that he's in every week. Big old bowl of ice cream with chocolate sauce and sprinkles.
Jeez, now you're making me hungry for one.
He gets and cookies. They put cookies on it.
Is he going to get there?
Nope, 3-5 is going to look natural from the angle he's got
Yep.
though.
Now the key is keeping that 3 where you can make it next, right?
Just set up the 3-9 combination.
Oh, I think the 3 is going to go underneath the.
Yeah,
Right.
slide past it. Got to be careful it
Nudge
doesn't
past
slide
it.
too far fast. Looks to me like it's going to be perfect if he hits this. Wow,
Why that hard? I don't get. But
that's surprising to me. Yeah, it looked pretty natural. Like if he hit it at speed, it was just
Yep.
going to hold up there. But
yeah.
We're not on the table. What do we know? Take a second and thank everybody for joining us here at Mad Apple Xstream. We're located inside the Mad Apple Burger and Billiard Company right here on West College Avenue in Appleton, Wisconsin. We're here every Friday for the King of the Hill match, which is what you're watching.
Wow. I know the 3-ball banking it back there wasn't intentional, but I do think he tried to plant the cue ball there, which was incredible enough.
Now what? You almost played it.
It's another simple jump masse kick shot. Run of the mill. Like John's laughing to himself. He's like, what else can happen?
Oh, yeah. I don't know what you do here if you just try and mess it up worse.
He just one rail kick it real hard. Or
Think
maybe you're right, LJ, and he has to just jump over the edge of the 4.
I was just going to push
what
the
is he
7 over to the rail. That's what I was kind of thinking he was going to do. He takes out the option to shoot the 3 up table because I think that was the only shot that was makeable.
Plus, you can't hide behind the 7 anymore. So now all he's got to hide behind is
4 ball there.
8 and 9. Or 4 and 9, sorry, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, and he's going to slide the 3 right next to him. Oh, he squeaked out, though.
He's going to leave an edge. Maybe.
Fire it quick.
And this is nice here. This is just a nice soft touch shot. And stay there right tight to this 8 ball. This is where we find out if MH did his job and leveled the table.
You betcha. And John did a good job hitting that ball.
Looks
Hit that. Absolutely
like
perfect, didn't he?
Yeah, on a level table.
Well, there you go. That answers that question. That puts that one to bed. All right.
Well, on the bright side for John, that 3-7 is lined up if he would miss this whole thing and not disturb things.
There we go. John gains an advantage.
Yeah.
He was in a tough spot, and he played that little sort of...
Jeremy's a little down on himself after some of these, but I don't think he should be. He's playing great. Not stringing a lot of racks, but I mean, he's
Smart.
consistent, smart, and he's... Oh boy.
So if you don't have a shot here, what are you going to
How do you finesse this with
Do
high
you not
English?
like that 3-7? Do you see an issue with it?
I shoot it. I shoot it.
Yeah, you're going
Because this safety is tougher. To glaze the 3 with English and not have it come out, that's just too tough.
Yeah, the 3 ball's going to bounce off the rail, and he's going to leave it. Oh, he
Oh.
didn't.
But he got it to the rail.
Yeah,
He
but
knew what he
I
was
mean,
doing. That's a really good shot.
I guess.
Never, don't listen to what I say, ever.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know that this puts you in an advantage.
Well, yeah, but maybe not for this next shot, but if you got a good safety now, you get ball in hand, you could 3 foul him just by grazing the 3
Yeah.
3 times,
I watched Mason quite a few years ago in one of the juniors tournaments, and he won 4 games straight on 3 fall.
Really?
Oh man, every one was perfect.
So he is on 2 now. He barely missed that 3 ball.
So you give him this, you give him that same thing.
So presumably John's remembered to
Yeah, see, he's
warn him and
smart
let
here.
him know he's on 2.
Yeah, he's gonna play straighter into the 3, or the 3 into that 7.
Yeah, this is tough, isn't it? Because the cue ball kind of hits close to the side pocket, and you have to get the speed just right, don't you?
Yeah, but he's gonna play this 3 ball to the rail first. You know what I mean? Like try and hook it back behind it. It's a touchy shot for sure, but
Yeah. And if you hit it too hard because of what you're trying to do with the cue ball,
3 has to make
3
contact
kinda
with the
comes
rail
out.
first, which it did.
he's done well. He's done very well.
Oh, he didn't get there, I don't think.
I don't know. I don't know that I would want to be shooting this for the win.
Yeah, well, the overhead looks
Win, or
looks
I
tough.
should say for the loss.
You're right. The overhead, it's hidden more than this straight-on shot.
And he's come very close in his last 2 attempts at this shot. And he's got a reasonable chance of clipping. Just nudging the edge of this 3 ball. Still doesn't really gain an advantage, and John can play another safety, but
Straight away, so he's going for the exact same kick that he just
I feel he's got a
missed by.
fairly high chance of getting a good hit here.
No,
Wrong.
Nope.
lost the game.
Yeah, overcompensated.
That was well played by John.
Got his head in the game.
Made sense the way John played it out.
11-8.
I still would have shot 3-7 and gave up the game.
Hey, but you'd look good doing it.
That's right. 11 games, so he's within 7, as close as he's been since he was down as many. They were singing our table cleaner's praises before. There he is right there, Mitch. John with a strong break and really not the greatest first shot here to start. Oh, got a little fast on the gun here. 1-7 combination. 1 does not go past the 5 or some type of safety. What do you like?
I kind of like the, oh boy, from the one angle, looked like I could play safe behind the 7. But now as I look at it, I'm wondering about.
Can't tell what he's doing behind the 5 here. Looks like he might just. No, he did try and stay behind the 7
there. Yeah. See, originally I thought you could do that, but then I looked at the other angle and I could say there's no way you're getting behind the 7 ball there.
I thought he was maybe going to try and bounce it out a little further and play it down to the end rail, and then use the 5 kind of. Either one was tough, but this is definitely not what he was looking for a result. Your only hope here is that in the 3-8 he gets funky coming off that leave. Which from there is going to be tough to do.
You got to slow roll this puppy so you don't lose the 3. Taught to me by Jim Fitzpatrick.
Good angle should just be able to come right between the side pocket and the 7 ball. Oh,
Short.
way short.
Banking.
No. Short, perfect. Got to smoke this ball a little bit. Get back on the 5 with the 7 where it is. And to the rail it goes. Keeping it interesting.
Boy, hit that one with confidence again.
Making it look easy.
I think Jeremy's game improved quite a bit when he started traveling to play some of the money matches. You know, it showed some of the people that he's not afraid to bet a little. He wants to get better, and not afraid to lose some cash if it helps him get better.
That still is what it takes, in my opinion. I think there's too many people that rely on the handicap systems, too many people that rely on just not ever taking a chance to play somebody that's better than them. You know, it's
But it's always easier to say when you got a pocket full of money, too.
yeah.
You know, because when you're broke, man, you that's your lunch.
Right. I've been there.
Yeah.
I think I played some of my best pool when it was lunch. You know,
Yeah.
just because I had to. When I first started playing, when I was 15, I started playing at the Eagles Club because we were playing red pin bowling. You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
We were playing red pin bowling, and we were going up to return the shoes. And as I walked by the pool table, I see a guy throw $1 on the table, and I stopped dead in my tracks, and I'm like, "You guys play this game for money?" And that was my first. They were like, "Yeah, we play for $1."
Teach
So
me how.
I jumped on the table, and I would go to work every week, lose every penny after I
Yeah.
would get my check. And then when I started winning, everybody quit.
I like that story that Jeff Carter told at the Hall of Fame banquet where he said he walked by the old carom room and peeked in the window, and his mom had just bought him that jacket, and he next day he came home from school or a few hours after school over, and she said, "Where's the jacket?" And she said, he told her I lost it playing pool. And that's what got him hooked, then pretty soon.
Oh, yeah, you had to get good enough to win a jacket.
Yeah, he had to keep himself warm. Boy, good, I guess. Is that a roll?
I think you might be able to see it, but my answer would be yes. Still, because the 7's not great, and it's a little random on what he was playing there.
All these shots have a lot more pressure built into them than the other guys on the hill.
Eight is the answer. I'm 90% sure it's 8. Patrick Glynn is our local statistician. I think he can tell us for sure, but I'm pretty sure this will be his 8th win if he would happen to take John out here. That's a darn good shot.
Look at that. The 4 doesn't
still
go
nothing. Jeez.
Well, he's just got to spin it and slide in between the 8 and the 9 there, so he shoot the 4 on the side. That's
Easy,
all.
Easy.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to look at that carom instead.
Yeah, and he can play that as a two-way if he.
I like running into the 8, though. I like the shot that you're talking about. It isn't easy, but it seems natural. Pretty darn good for shape. He kind of had the 4 on the side, 9 in the corner.
Look at that shot if he's there. Yeah, there's a dual shot, 4 on the side, 9 in the corner. You're right.
And shape on the 5 to boot.
Yeah, right. Make the 4 would be your primary shot.
Jeremy.
But unfortunately, the 3's still sitting there, so Jeremy's going to shoot at that.
Oh,
Guy's not going to like that.
I'm not sure what he was trying there.
I think just parking the 3 on the end rail.
Just wanted to hit a little thinner, you mean, and not move it quite so far.
He hit it too hard for that, really, didn't he, though? For a thin hit.
Seems like it.
Could be worse.
Well, he's got his chance at the 9 ball.
Do you put follow on the cue ball, so if you do miss it, the cue ball goes down between the 8 and 6?
Yeah. And the 4 ball just drifts sideways.
Okay, so 8 wins in a row, but he did take a break in between for a week where he chose, or a couple weeks.
He got it, has he? No.
Brutal.
Unbelievable. What a huge moment that was if that had fallen in. He's got to know now that Jeremy's got a really good chance to shoot this 4 and get on the 5.
I tell you, he shoots 4 in the corner with a little bit of draw, and that pushes that 8 right at the 9 ball here.
And what do you got to lose? Because you got to pull it back anyway.
That's right.
You might as well. And you're on the hill, so.
Right, so I think you just shoot the 4 in the corner with draw, coming back for the 5-9.
Just
but
don't get confused and
I think you
forget
could
to make
push
the
that
4.
8 into the 9 here.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to have to shoot the 7.
That's right. we could all agree on that.
Or you could just forget the 4, draw right between the 6 and the 8 into the 9 ball.
Boy, smooth as silk.
Got tough on him.
Yeah, there's still a chance here.
Kick shot coming for the win. Be a heck of a finish, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he's
gonna draw into it.
Oh,
He whiffed?
Wow.
I don't get that.
He was trying something really fancy there.
he definitely slid off the side of the ball, I think.
He was putting a ton of spin on it. He's going to Going
way he
down
was-
on the ball.
Yeah, the way he was jacked up, I thought he was going to draw off the 5 into the 9.
And maybe he was. Maybe that was just a complete miscue. What's he doing right now? Is he furiously chalking or scraping his tip?
That's weird. Michelle Neville is suggesting a rail shot. She's a bank pool player too, so she saw the dead 4 railer also.
I think the dead 4 railer didn't leave you anything afterward, though, did
Yeah.
it?
Well, the 4 railer makes the 9 ball, so there is no after.
Oh, I saw that 4 going 1, 2, 3, 4 up in this top right corner.
Oh.
That's what I thought you meant. But 1 drops, 2's stuck. I wish I'd have taken Tyler Steyer's breaking class when he did it up here. You know, so I knew more about where to position these balls in a 9-ball break to leave them where the most optimum layout.
That's a really well played shot. He would have liked to be behind the 4.
Well, nice 2-way.
I can't tell if he's got enough here that he could play the 7-ball combination.
I think he can.
Otherwise, you come off the rail first, kick the 2 out, and leave it behind the 6. Well,
9-ball. Oh, sorry for getting so.
oh yeah, I just saw that on the overhead.
That was a good hit, was it?
Yep.
I hit the replay button. We can check.
You did or I did?
I did.
I did too.
Replay.
Go over to it after this shot. John's playing safe here on the 8-ball. Oh, man, what do I know? Ball goes straight in the hole. Did you see that shot, or was I just missing it?
No, I figured he was shooting.
Okay. Apparently things are getting too quick for my reflexes tonight. I can't see it.
No, I'm sure you get used to the monitors and go back and forth, but I'm amazed that you guys do it as good as you can because it's not easy.
Well, thanks
Ooh,
for
I'd have liked to
throwing
hit
in
that
there.
a little harder. He's okay.
Yeah, and actually straight enough that he can just zip this back
Yeah.
real nice. Just
Looks
gotta
like he's
get-
putting inside. He's going to go 3 rails.
That surprised me. Yeah,
Oh,
he did
no,
draw it.
He just
yeah.
drew it. See what I mean? I don't see this stuff right.
And here you just leave a little bit of a natural angle, so he wants to bump out off the rail. Just like that, so he can go straight across. Going to play the 8 in the side.
8 into the 9. Yeah. Nope, he can't do that. He's got to get good on that 9.
Yeah, that's why I think that 8 in the side is going to be the choice. He's going to come 2 rails back out a little for that 8 in the side. Let him roll up nicely for the 9. You get far enough. It's like he did. Tap it in, stay right there, shoot the 9 down the rail. Tell you what, he's not giving up, is he?
This is what we wanted to see both these guys playing at their top speeds. You see, that's why I didn't like that shot.
Oh, what a way for the match to end.
Well, it looks like Jeremy's going to get his 8th win, 2 away from the gold medal if he can just take down this last 9-ball and avoid the scratch on the side.
And we were all just getting excited by the fact that John has shown that he's thinking about a comeback here. Thinking a little bit too far ahead and missed that shot.
All right. Jeremy putting it down, so there it is. Jeremy retains the kinghood. And I want to thank LJ Bryseth for joining me in the booth. It was a lot of fun. It was good to have somebody new in here. And
Thank you guys. I had a good time.
as usual, thank MH Penglaze because I'm only kidding. I like being here every week with him.
Thanks for having me.
We like
And,
that accent.
Yeah, Yeah, except for everybody talks about it like it's a big deal. But
Nah.
anyway, so also want to thank obviously Jon Kramer, not only for joining us tonight, but for everything that he does for pool. And the most important is thank everybody that tuned in to watch us tonight, because you're the reason we're here, and you're the reason we can keep this thing going for free for everybody. So we'll leave her around a little bit, let these guys talk about things, and we'll see you guys on Sunday. Thanks.